6:01, good morning, live from the Circus Sports at the Main Kentucky Downs studio. I'm Justin Hawkins. A full slate of NCAA tournament games yesterday did not disappoint. In the South region, Vanderbilt rallied from an early deficit to beat McNeese 78-68, led by Tyler Tanner's 26 points. It's Vanderbilt's first tournament win since 2012. The upset of the day came in the West region's 12-5 matchup as High Point upset Wisconsin 83-82. And then another upset came later in the night in the South region. 11-seed VCU erased a 19-point deficit to beat 6-seed North Carolina 82-78 in overtime. In Georgia, they were the lone SEC team that lost yesterday out of 5. They lost to St. Louis. Coming up today, another full slate of games in the first round of the tournament, starting at 11 a.m. right here on 104.5 The Zone, courtesy of Westwood One's coverage. 6-seed Tennessee starts their tournament play facing off against 11-seed Miami of Ohio. Tip-off is at 3:25 Central in Philadelphia, and Ball Network's coverage starts right here on 104.5 The Zone at 3 o'clock. NFL news yesterday, per Ian Rappaport, former Chiefs tight end Jody Fortson visited the Titans yesterday. Fortson missed all last season after tearing his meniscus and ACL last year in a preseason game with the Chiefs. Now he's 100% healthy. For all you foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you got to go to USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Away we go into your Friday morning on Ramon and Will. Good morning. Welcome in. Hope you enjoyed your first day of NCAA Tournament first round basketball. I know I did. I know we all did. How could you not? 615-737-1045. I feel like that meme, that picture of Kevin from The Office.
Kevin!
Getting in the elevator with Jim and Pam. It's like, oh, hey, Kevin, what'd you do this weekend? Not much. I just watched 11 straight hours of basketball. That's what I feel like after yesterday. What's going on? Good morning.
Not much, man. A lot. This is that time of the year where your days are longer and you want to be outside. So I had a little bit of that yesterday with my oldest having a baseball game. Did that, trying to watch basketball. You're right. Just a little bit of everything and nonstop for the most part too, because I feel like in each section they had an upset or at least close games. I see why, and I never really paid attention to it as much, but I see why you called this the happiest day of the year, or happiest time of the year. It legitimately is Christmas in March, and I'm appreciative of it.
Correct.
I've grown more fond of being able to enjoy sports as of late.
Good.
I didn't used to.
It's great.
Not even a little bit. Like not that it's, this opening segment is about me, but I didn't used to enjoy sports for the most part. It was just like, okay, yeah, it's on. Now I sit back and like watch it. I enjoy it. The pageantry of it. It's kind of cool.
Did you feel fulfilled after day one of the tournament?
Did I feel? Yes, absolutely. And
now we're still working on it.
You still, what you mean you still working on it?
So much more to go.
Oh, I know, but as far as yesterday, I pushed away from the table. Like, all right, yeah, I'm good. I'm all right. I went to bed after shortly after the North Carolina upset.
That was crazy.
And thoroughly enjoyed. Down 19.
19 points.
82-78 for 11 seed VCU. Crazy comeback in that game. Yeah, down 19. Terrence Hill Jr., 34 points, 5 assists, 5 boards. Per ESPN research, VCU's 19-point comeback is tied for the largest in the round of 64 since the tournament expanded in 1985, along with South Alabama against Alabama in 1989.
Y'all know why I would hate playing for North Carolina? Because in today's world of NIL and just like as consistent as Duke has been, I'd hate to just see Michael Jordan in the locker room. Like, that's all I was thinking last night and watching the game. Like, Jordan is ticked off right now. And just them being a blue blood, as of late, they've come up short time after time. Duke continues to climb up. Kansas continues to climb up. UConn continues to climb up. And then there's good old Tar Heel, just stuck, legitimately stuck in tar. I don't get it. I would hate to see yellow-eyed Jordan show up in the locker room like, this the best y'all got? Or red-eye Jordan, whichever eye he is. You know how his eyes just always got a little color in or whatever. I'd just be like, I'm sorry, Mr. Jordan. because that's a sorry performance yesterday.
Fair.
Yeah, Hubert Davis, after taking over for Roy Williams.
Roy Williams, yeah.
Has not been good.
Did you hear his press conference?
No, I missed it.
Not great.
Yeah. Don't tell me
Not
that.
great. It was a lot of very short answers, a lot of, well, that was my decision. End of answer. Yeah. I mean, he's been to a Final Four.
Yeah.
Hubert Davis.
Yeah. I know, and that's the thing. He's been there and around it. It's just that organization or that school and the tradition that it has and the support that it gets as well. Like, I mean, it's people who are alums of other colleges that are, Tar Heel fans. I see somebody in our D side right there in our chat. It's like, dang, Ramon, kick me while I'm down. Listen, I was rooting. No, I wasn't rooting for y'all. I picked against you.
You picked VCU. We all picked VCU.
Yeah, absolutely. I picked VCU. Just had that feeling. I don't know. That's what March Madness is all about anyway. But
without Caleb Wilson, I mean, it's kind of tough because you want to be able to look, if you're a UNC fan, I would imagine, into the alternate history or alternate future right now of what the season and tournament would have looked like had you had Caleb Wilson for the entire season. And his injury, while he was coming back in practice from his other injury, ending his season early, it is hard to totally hold that completely against Hubert Davis because that is a transcendent player, like a generational type talent that comes around, even at North Carolina, that doesn't come around every single year.
He wasn't supposed to be the guy like that, was he? Like he was. He was.
Yeah, he was that guy coming out of high school.
Okay.
So yeah, you don't want to totally hold it against Hubert Davis because Caleb Wilson totally changes that team. That being said, it is still North Carolina. And you still have Henry Vasar. You still have a good bit of experience and talent on that roster, and it can't just be torpedoed by one player.
And you're up 19 points.
Yeah, and you couple it with that, you couple it with the brand, and then you somewhat say to yourself, they recruit at a rate that's different than what VCU's is. Like, and I know, like you said, Caleb Wilson, he was out, right? But you also say to the rest of your bench, to your coaching staff, because if you look also, that's what me and my wife were talking about while watching the games. If you look at the benches, the smaller, you can tell, lower budget schools don't have the laptops or the tablets, the coaching staff, the support staff behind the bench. North Carolina's got former players. What's his name? May, that was there for a while back, too.
Drake May? Drake May's brother?
Not Drake May. It was Big May.
Luke May.
Yeah.
That's his brother.
No. I'm talking about the basketball player.
Yeah, I am too. Luke May.
Hold up, really? No. This is the black guy.
For North Carolina?
Yeah, North Carolina.
We're talking about two different people.
Yeah, we're talking about two different Mays.
Luke May was at North Carolina a while ago, and that's Drake May's brother.
Okay, for sure. I'll find his name on the break. But either way, he was on the national championship team, though, too. This is a big light-skinned cat that I'm speaking of. Heavyset guy. The center. But they got them on staff. Like what I'm saying is they got a lot of resources. Being up 19, you can't do that. And that's flagrant on North Carolina's part. I see right now, he's got to go. Hubert Davis got to go. Again, we got to be slow to react on these type of situations right here because who you going to go get? Again, it's a different world you're living in, and counting on a young phenom to be available to you when he wasn't, I ain't making an excuse for him. Sean May, that's who it was.
Okay.
Sean. But you got to win that game. I don't know which loss is worse.
Up 19, yeah, 100%.
That one, or to be quite honest with you, the BYU. And that's the reason I asked Richard Hendricks yesterday about the, who made the best investment. It was reported way before he got on campus that A.J. DeMonsta ended up getting over $5 million to go to BYU for a first-round exit. Just not a good ROI when it boils down to NIL and how you want to manage a team moving forward.
Sold a lot of crumble cookies to go out in the first round of the NCAA Tournament to Texas.
Crazy.
And I know they had a point guard injury as well.
Yeah.
And again, you have that many resources, I don't have a ton of sympathy for you when one guy goes down. That's not totally fair to the players, but to the people putting the roster together and to the coach and to the GM or whoever else is involved, just kind of is what it is. Like, BYU's got as much money as anyone else in this sport or any other sport for that matter.
Yeah, they do. And again, so you ask yourself, how are you going to get back to it again? It's probably spending more money, more resources, and trying to be better strategically when it comes down to coaching.
Because they've got bleep you money. Yeah, they have enough money to not need ROI. as much.
That's true.
And feel like, oh, okay, let's try it again next year. And then if we don't make it far that year, we'll just try it again next year.
Yeah.
And then we'll just try it again next year.
And it's cool to like look at these situations and try to say, yeah, like I love this side of being on the radios because it's like, yeah, you could do this, you should do this, but like you look at a team like that and they got the Jimmys and Joes when it boils down to BYU or North Carolina, right? But like the coaching matters, the decision making, especially when it comes down to Hubert Davis. Like you can't sit up there and just say it's on me and expect that to be okay. That's flagrant right there. I feel like coaches need to give more elaborate answers when they have a crap show like that. It's just not okay. And VCU, I'm not disparaging them in any kind of way. It's just that you're North Carolina.
You're North Carolina up 19 in the NCAA tournament. Finish the job.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the F&M Bank chat, Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch, you can hop in the comment section on the 1045 The Zone YouTube channel. Chat with our community, nearly 20,000 strong. Talk with us. One of our longtime listeners and commenters, who is a big Georgia football fan, Ramon, says, I love it so much, go Duke. I know a Georgia football fan in our chat who is very loud and chesty about Georgia football isn't a diehard Duke fan. I you know what? It's too early in the morning. I know that's not right.
Come on,
I know I didn't see that correctly.
I told you.
In the meantime, go tell Aaron Judge he needs to wake up. Ruining Team USA since you're probably a Yankees fan.
Hey,
what are we doing?
Just go ahead and name them all as well. Knicks fan.
What are we doing?
Or Celtics fan as well.
615-737-1045 is the number. We react more to day one of the NCAA tournament. All in good fun. Don't come after me. Vanderbilt takes down McNeese. We'll start there next.
United Structural System isn't just another repair company. They're your local foundation and waterproofing experts. They live here, y'all. They work here. They understand exactly how Tennessee soil, weather, and homes behave, and they absolutely mean that as well. Well, for one, they've been serving homeowners across Tennessee for over 30 years, so they might understand how homes react. With more than 30,000 local homeowners have trusted USS. That experience means they've seen every type of problem our homes face. They know how to read the signs as well. Every crack or leak tells a story, and at USS, they know what those signs mean. They pinpoint the problems at the source, foundation sediment, they'll check that, basement water intrusion, crawl space moisture, and more. No guesswork at all, just expert diagnosis from people who know Tennessee homes. And I know what you're probably thinking, like, yeah, my home is fine, my floors look good. Well, take a walk around it. Matter of fact, you can actually set up a free home inspection with USS. That's part of what they're doing right now as well, to where you can understand how your home is reacting with the different changing of weather. And just honestly, over the years, your house, it lives. It does different things as well. So to get that free home inspection, you can go to USSTN.com. That's USSTN.com. And make sure you tell them that Ramon sent you.
Ramon Will on your Friday morning, kicking off the show and kicking off your weekend live for the 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports Studio. Kentucky's largest sports book can now be found at Circus Sports at Kentucky Downs. Vanderbilt survives an early scare from McNeese, winning 78-68 for the Commodores' first NCAA tournament win since 2012.
Hey, now.
Tyler Tanner with 26 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. Duke Miles, 13. Devin McLaughlin and Tyler Nickel each had 12. Balanced scoring effort behind Tyler Tanner, who really led the way in this game. It was Vandy shooting well from the free throw line that really helped them pull away. 17-20 for the free throw line, shot 51%. We talked about yesterday, Ramon, how McNeese is really good and really experienced and just athletic backcourt was going to be able to turn Vandy over a little bit. Number one in turnover margin in all of college basketball. That happened. 13 turnovers forced. McNeese took 18 more shots than Vanderbilt did. They just didn't make them. 25 of 69, 36%. Vandy deserves credit as well for playing good half-court defense after they did turn it over at times. And at the end of the day, Vanderbilt scared early, down by 11 early, comes back and leaves no doubt.
No doubt. Left none at all. So, and the other side of it as well is being able to get quality time and defense from your bench as well. Vanderbilt was able to get that from their guys. Definitely Chandler Bing being a part of it as well. Jalen Washington, too. And that's what you kind of, to your point, will run into. If you just look at the box score in general, too, like, McNeese, I guess they dropped the ball, too, when you look at how they should have attacked Vanderbilt as well. Vanderbilt has the ability to get calls, I feel like, better than almost any team I've seen play this year. They get it. You mentioned Vanderbilt at the stripe was able to get, 20 attempts, making 17 of them. McNeese got 9 total, and I'm talking about in 2 halves. 9 total free throw shots. That right there may have been a difference for them, but that's what you run into when you play a team like Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt can score in droves. They can run. They can get up and down the floor the way you need them to. Duke Miles, of course, like his ability to be as quick and sleight of hand when defending the guards that he's over as well is super unique. Tyler Tanner, watching that game in the second half, it was fascinating because again, you see him just pop and drop and just hit a three-pointer, set them up. I think it was about 5 at that point in time. And at that point, McNeese couldn't finish. Great showing by Vanderbilt. This team, of course, is just one of those squads that you're going to have your eye on for the duration of them. I have them getting to my Sweet 16 just because of the style of ball that they're playing. Just listen to the talking heads around March Madness. This is a guard-led team. They're going to be in a position where they can control a lot. And, again, I got to reiterate this again. The ability of Tyler Tanner to draw fouls, and not just that, knock down shots behind it as well, is can be a problem for teams moving forward. Yeah, good on Vandy.
And you mean that as a sign of respect?
I do. No, that's not disrespect at all. Right. That is a skill. Because the thing is, what I'm saying about Tyler Tanner, he's a scorer. But he also knows how to feel contact and use, honestly, his body. I see kids in middle school, they always allow the little kid to hack and foul and not call it on them. Well, Tyler Tanner also has the ability and talent to drive, get hit and fall to the ground to create a foul for himself. That is a unique skill set for him. And good. I didn't realize it was that long. Since 2012, and they've had a tournament win.
First NCAA tournament win since 2012.
Wow. Good on him. Absolutely phenomenal.
He's got the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander ability to just absorb contact and get to the line.
Yeah.
I mean, he is the college basketball version of Trae Young or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Which is ironic. Can I go around the corner real quick, put my mask on, and come back? Well, while they were playing the Vols, of course, Nate Ament didn't have a good day. 1 for 13 from the field, but he had 10 free throws. I think ended up with like 13 points or something. And a Vandy fan in the crowd, foul merchant? You're a foul merchant. And I'm thinking to myself, so? Your guy does it too. Like, he does it better than almost anybody.
Better than anyone in the conference.
Right now. Mm-hmm. Tyler Tanner does it well, but that's the point of the game. Like, smart teams, smart players understand how to help their team out. And that's how he does with his team, man. It was a really good game from Vanderbilt. And again, Tyler Nickel seems to be getting hot. Hit 3-pointers at the right point in time, too. He had went through a cold spell, I felt like, for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no doubt. So, I think it's going to be interesting to see how they match up with Nebraska and a Cornhuskers team that got its first ever NCAA tournament win yesterday to kick off the tournament against Troy. Left no doubt, won that game by about 30.
Yeah.
With the shot-making ability you have from Tyler Tanner and Duke Miles, you are in every game.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got a chance this time of year in such a guard-centered tournament and guard-centered postseason to win every time you take the floor. And this game, honestly, Ramon, went exactly the way I thought it would. McNeese just didn't make the open shots I thought they'd probably knock down.
No.
They turned him over. Vandy wasn't able to kind of win that battle of points off turnovers, and man, those McNeese guards were very fun to watch. I mean, this was one of the better neutral observer games of the entire day, honestly, because of how quick tempo both teams like to play.
It was very fast. And then, of course, like you said, just switching back and forth between the different games. This is one where you couldn't take your eye off. Congrats to Vandy, man. They've turned that thing around. Tyler Tanner is definitely a cornerstone for Vanderbilt basketball for years to come. As far as the history that he's leaving behind, if he comes back, boy, I think he's a middle first rounder, late first rounder, probably depending on how you feel about his size.
Right.
He's a hooper.
I think
he's just a hooper, though.
If you're smaller like that, you got to be really quick and a really good shooter.
You know what he does
both.
From time to time, though, too? He'll get above the rim. Mm-hmm. And that right there is what they want to see.
He can jump.
Yeah, he can jump, too.
No doubt. Mark Byington saying after the game, I don't know if it was something going on from the hangover. I know our guys prepped well. They were excited to play. We just didn't have the normal bursts we did. What I really like is I don't think we had our best game, but the guys figured out a way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And to your point, too, as well, as far as McNeese went, they couldn't capitalize the way you needed them to off their offensive rebounds, too.
Correct.
They had numerous opportunities.
It took 18 more shots than Vandy in this game.
And it just shows you.
They just shot 35%.
Well, we also have Tyler Tanner that can just score at the drop of a hat, too. It's a little bit different. Him and Duke Miles, I can't mention him.
It's definitely a 1-2 right now.
Yeah, it's a strong 1-2.
Mm-hmm. Nico is in Nashville. First up, 615-737-1045. What's up, Nico?
Morning, Nico.
Good morning, fellas.
Morning.
How we doing?
I'm doing good, man. I just want to know why you guys don't show no love to Tennessee State Tigers. You know,
we showed a lot of love to TSU.
After 30 years, we made it to the Big Dance, and you always hating on Vanderbilt. I know you guys some UT guys, but guess what? It's a new sheriff in town. We run Tennessee now.
So which one is it, Nico? Nico, which one is it? Vandy or TSU?
Do you want TSU love or you want Vandy love? If you got to pick one, Nico.
I love Nashville. I love my Nashville team, and we love Tennessee State. And today we're going to put on for Tennessee. We're going to show our state who run it, and we're going to show them who the real state. The Tennessee State University.
Hey, Nico, check this out, though, too. My dad played football at Tennessee State. My brother, Ron Slay, grew up on Tennessee State as well. My uncle graduated from TSU. I'm one of the first offers I got from Tennessee State University. There is no hate because I went to Tennessee, or Will went to Tennessee as well. And I just want you to know, when we talk about Vanderbilt, when we talk about TSU today, we're going to have the resident basketball specialist, expert Ron Slay, break it down. Meanwhile, they've also had TSU on their show numerous times this year. On the biggest free agent day that the Titans had, you had TSU's head coach on the radio station. Listen to me, Nico. I don't want you to feel like we're disparaging or not giving enough of a highlight to Tennessee State. Vanderbilt played last night. We're bigging up Vanderbilt right now and bigging up the city in general. Just because Will and I got degrees, and Ron as well got degrees from Tennessee, this is no hate when it comes down to TSU. We're going to get to TSU when it boils down to how we cover them as well. I don't want that to be the case. We got bloodline in Tennessee State University.
Well, Ron Slay, he is a legend. Big Pearl.
I'm saying us as well, though, Nico.
Most definitely, y'all are legends as well.
No, I'm just saying as far as the coverage goes. We've showed love to MTSU, Austin P. I know, but we get this all the time as far as the way we're viewed on how we judge TSU, or not even TSU or Vanderbilt or anybody else, and it's not the case. Right. When it's good, Nico, and I just need you to acknowledge that as well. You feel me?
Right, most definitely, and I agree with that as well, but okay, but when it comes to Vanderbilt, like I'm listening to you guys this morning, and you talking about McNeese State. how Vanderbilt did this and how they lost. Why can't we just win the game?
You did.
Why can't McNeese? You talk about McNeese State did this. They shot this many free throws. Vanderbilt played awesome.
They did.
How about we just won the game? Like why? When Tennessee win, you guys say Tennessee won, but when Vanderbilt win,
we dogged out Tennessee for losing to Vanderbilt last weekend.
What do we say negative about Vandy's win yesterday, Nico?
That they McNeese State should have won.
Those words never came out of our mouth, buddy. Never came out of our mouth.
Well, I mean, we look good. I mean, I appreciate the love, though. Go Big Blue, and I'm going to hang up and listen to you guys. I love listening to you guys every morning while I work.
Appreciate that, Nico. Most definitely.
Love the love.
You see us in public, man, holla at me too, man. Most definitely.
Thank you for the call.
Nico, we going to have to meet up in public, man. I want to see you and just say what's up, man, more than anything. I feel like we show love to the city from Austin P all the way down to MTSU often on this show.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
I get it. TSU, we going to get that. I swear to you, we're going to get that at TSU.
Got to recap day one before we look ahead to day two.
I thought all we did was talk good about Tyler Tanner, Duke Miles, McLaughlin, and Tyler Nickel the whole time.
It just goes to show sometimes people are going to hear what they want to hear. We gave a lot of credit to Vandy in the win yesterday. That's a good McNeese team also. I mean, the fact that we're hyping up McNeese goes to show that that's actually a pretty good win.
You said it was a bad draw for Vandy.
It's a terrible draw for Vandy.
They should have been higher.
Vandy should have at least been a 4 seed and probably a 3, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
There's no reason for Vandy to have to play a 12 seed yesterday.
No.
But again, the brand bias of what you're working against, when you compare Gonzaga, Arkansas I'll give you because they beat you in the SEC tournament. But, I mean, even Michigan State, I think you match up with decently well. Like, you had no business playing a 12 seed. You should have been playing a 13 or a 14, and you handled your business.
No doubt about it.
Survive in advance this time of year.
And there is no giving that CSU is going to get rolled over at all. That is a very good team this year. They won a lot of games this year. A very historic season for the Tigers over there, man, most definitely. And, yes, my dad is an alum of TSU. Like, let's not forget that.
Patrick is in Clarksville up next. Good morning, Patrick.
What's up, Patrick?
Hey, good morning, guys. Big fan of the show. Love y'all. Man, McNeese State, dude, give them credit where credit's due. I mean, gosh bless, how many turnovers did they make Vandy have? I mean, they're so good. And then just like the love that coach had for that, I don't know the player's name that got hurt late, one of the guards, just the love he had for him. I mean, that just shows what kind of coach that they got, and that's a good team, man. Thank God for McLaughlin. He saved our butts in the first half, and then Tyler Tanner finally turned up in the second, and we got away with one. I mean, it was just a horrible shooting. I mean, I just wish Tyler Nickel could catch fire like he did in the first half of the season.
Yeah.
One more time.
Yeah.
But in all love, I mean, I don't know what the last caller's problem was, but you know, I don't care for UT, but when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, I hope any team from Tennessee wins it all. So that's just all I got to say. And, hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Appreciate it, Pat.
Thank you, Patrick.
Appreciate the call. Pat.
Appreciate the call.
Vandy fans are a little bit uneasy about that one yesterday.
This time of year, you can't look a gift horse in the mouth either. You just got to take your win and move on.
Yeah. Like, it is just that. Like, you're getting the best of every team, legitimately. Like, just to segue to another team, like, we're looking at Duke yesterday. Duke versus Siena. Siena played 5 guys most of the game yesterday.
Until about the final minute of the game, they did not go to their bench a single time.
You're getting the best of everybody. Like, it might sound scary that you only won by 5 points. Heck, Vandy won by 10 still, right?
Yes.
If you only, like, we're looking at Duke to Siena, a 16, which they could have lost the game and didn't lead. They were down at half. They were down up until about, I think, 6 minutes in the second half as well. Like, you're getting everybody's best shot. It almost sounds bad to say win and move on is all you need to do in the tournament, but that's legitimately how you got to approach this one, is win and move on. You don't want to be on the other end of this thing at all.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt about it. That Duke-Siena game was very fun. Very fun until the Siena guys just had nothing left in their legs at the very end of this game. Duke became the first number 1 seed to trail by double digits to a 16 seed at the half, according to ESPN. Came out and wore out Siena 71-65. Duke is the 8th 1 seed in NCAA tournament history to win by 6 or fewer against a 16 seed. 3 of the previous 7 lost their next game.
3, wow.
In round 2. Only one of them went on to reach the Final Four. 1 seeds that won that small against 16s. That was Illinois in 1989, who went to the Final Four despite surviving in 89 against 16 seeds.
So history's not favorable to Duke right now.
No, it is not. No, it is not. Siena shot 23% in the second half. That stretch where they had a missed dunk, and then Duke came the other way, 2 missed dunks to go up 15, and then Duke came the other way and got dunks of their own, and then it was cut to single digits. That was it.
That was it.
I mean, in the second half, to start the game, Duke money line was minus 450.
Crazy.
I didn't bet it. I like looking at when there are crazy upsets in progress. So like, all right, what? I wonder what the value is. Vegas never flinched.
That's insane.
Never really flinched on that one.
And I think we all knew it too, because the trend in watching that game with Duke versus Siena was you can't survive with 5. Like, I know there's a world in which you have to, but think about that in general. Like, we're talking about a blue blood and Duke up against Siena, and they're only playing 5 until like the last 3 minutes of the game. That 6th guy came in to really just run the clock out. And again, the Boozer brothers, they showed up the way you needed them to as well. And I'm trying to figure out how were they not prepared as much as they needed to for this one? And, especially when you could have run them. But when you talk about them shooting only, 23% in the second half, Siena
did, yeah.
That says a lot. I was listening to the commentators during this game, too, and it was interesting on how Siena was going to go get this win. It says Siena needed at least 10 threes to win this game. They got 9.
Yeah, there you go.
They got 9. And again, I know we hate the 3-ball as spectators, probably more so in the NBA, but the 3-ball means a lot. The 3-ball takes you, it can cut a double-digit lead down to your point, Will. I mean, to doable at that point in time, and that's what Duke did as well.
No doubt. No doubt about it. So Duke survives. High Point over Wisconsin. The big upset of the day, of course, VCU late. Texas getting the win over BYU. It is funny. We were talking about this a little bit yesterday, and I was mentioning it to somebody. What?
Oh, I'm just happy I called that one.
You.
Ramon, I just had my hands up.
Over here with his hands up like Moses.
What's wrong with you,
Continue
man?
with the
silence.
What's wrong with
everything.
you, man? That man going to take his dub every time. I love it.
Hey, I'm tied for the lead in our bracket.
Are you really?
Yeah, buddy.
It's like 50 of us tied for it, though.
No, there's only 2.
Anyway, what was I saying? You had a couple of upsets late. We were talking about this yesterday. The law of averages is not the way it works.
Right.
But, like, it kind of is. The law of averages tell you that's good news for Tennessee today as a 6 seed.
Yeah.
The fact that 2 11s won yesterday and one of the first 4 teams already won. It's been about 60% win rate for 6 seeds over 11 seeds recently. And that's it's good news that a couple of 11s went ahead and won yesterday because, I mean, surely 3 out of the 4 11 seeds aren't going to win.
That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at serious.
Not the way it works, but also, like, kind of.
But the thing that you hope for UT, if you're going into this too, is watching yesterday's matchup. So apparently they got to Philadelphia on Wednesday, so they've had a couple days to kind of settle in, practice, and watch some games as well. Yesterday's games, to me, and how teams jumped out, even in the Nebraska game, like Troy, Nebraska was highly contested in the first half. I felt like watching that game go back and forth between Nebraska and Troy. And if you're UT, you got to look at this situation and kind of say to yourself, we can't get caught lacking. You cannot go out there and just think you're going to roll the ball. Like, your shooters got to shoot. Your bigs got to play well, too. And if you do got to go 4 small with 1 big, you got to play up to the tempo or control it. This isn't a play-around tournament when it just you think you got tomorrow. There is no tomorrow at all.
What's the one game you missed yesterday?
The one game I missed yesterday.
Georgia.
That's the game you missed?
That's the
I
game
could have
I
told
missed.
you that one.
I know.
St. Louis is a wagon.
I had faith in these SEC teams.
102-77.
Yeah, that was awful.
St. Louis over Georgia.
Did you know since 2005, an 11 seed has made the round of 32 every year?
I do believe that, yes.
Yeah.
I ended up missing. Who was it? Hold up, I got you 1 second. I ended up missing, man. Which game was it? Give me 1 second. I got you.
I think it's multiple.
It was multiple. Hey, you ain't have to say it like that.
I'll get it for you.
It was multiple.
You missed Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Could be me.
Bums. Bums.
You were being the worst stereotype of people during NCAA tournament season. You missed Georgia. You missed St. Mary's over A&M. And I think you had one more.
I'm out here bad. There was one more. Which one was? Oh, BYU.
There you go.
You mean the stereotype of people who don't really watch a lot of college basketball during the season, all of a sudden you fill out your bracket and you're one of the top people?
No, the stereotype of people that overshare about their bracket like people do their fantasy football teams.
Well, I'll be a part of both stereotypes.
Coming up, the student radio call from High Point, and their win over Wisconsin. High Point took a student radio team that called this game, and the call at the end of this, as High Point beat Wisconsin, was electric. Unless you're a Wisconsin fan. You'll hear it coming up next.
The uncontested leader when it comes to engagement rings and fine jewelry here is Genesis Diamonds, the leader for over 20 years, man. Genesis disrupted the old school jewelers by offering a massive selection of hand-picked diamonds at ridiculously low prices. And year after year, they are voted best jeweler in Nashville and best place to buy an engagement ring. Nobody else even comes close, man. These days, Genesis owners are as committed as ever to staying ahead with an even larger selection of GI-certified diamonds, a growing collection of exclusive designer rings that you can't find anywhere else. They got expanded warranties and guarantees and extreme transparency. What people love is nobody's on commission at Genesis, so there's no pressure. They're there to guide you to a smart decision with total confidence as well. Genesis is a total package with uncompromising quality, unmatched selection, and unbeatable value. And one more thing, if you're looking for a luxury Rolex watch, Genesis has cornered the market with a massive selection of pristine, just like new pre-owned Rolex timepieces, all the popular models as well. They have them, all right? So for that special occasion this year, trust my friends and the real experts at Nashville's own Genesis Diamonds. Genesis Diamonds, they're located in Green Hills and Cool Springs, of course, but you can also catch them online at genesisdiamonds.com. Amazing store, incredible people.
Hey, it's Will Bowling. You've heard me talk about how Lee Company makes life better for homeowners, but did you know they do the same for their team? If you're looking for a rewarding career, Lee Company is hiring skilled tradespeople in HVAC, plumbing, electrical, sheet metal, and more. With 80-plus years in the business, Lee Company invests in its award-winning team with training, benefits, and real career growth. This is a team you want to be on if you're looking for that next job here in Middle Tennessee. And Lee Company, they've done business the right way for generations. 80-plus years of experience, trusted since 1944. Available 24/7, a multi-award-winning great place to work. Lee Company has 14 community locations in Tennessee, Kentucky, and Alabama. And Lee Company also has over 1,800 team members and is involved in our communities with Little League sports, high school sports, local events, sponsorships, you name it. They are there. You can check them out online at leecompany.com/careers. That's leecompany.com/careers. Lee Company, all you need. Wrapping up hour one on your Friday morning. Ramon and Will, 615-737-1045 is the number. Let's go back to the phones. Howard Gentry has called in, apparently, Ramon.
What up, Big Howard?
Howard Gentry in Nashville. Good morning, Howard.
Talk to us, Howard. What's going on? Good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
Great.
We can't complain. I think we would a little bit, but nobody will really listen to the complaints, Howard.
No,
what you think?
You're getting enough complaints. Don't worry. Don't you become one of them. Yeah. But no, you guys, man. I just first want to say you all do a great job, and you know, as far as TSU fans, you know, we're a little passionate, and
Very.
you know, in the past it hadn't been fair, but you all do cover us well, and we appreciate you. And I know you know, one of you guys definitely know about. You are connected to the history. Lolita and I went to school together.
Yes, sir.
I remember when Ron and all the kids were born. I remember every one of them were born, and lived right across the street from the campus. But you know, be that as it may, don't get too worried about when the passion comes, because we're excited too. We're excited because Tennessee State has a storied history. And looking at this team this year, I was AD when we went to our first championship, and OVC championship, and NCAA, the first two. And seeing this team this year, hey, Carlos Rogers and those guys were amazing. This team is different. There are a lot more athletes on the team, and it's something special about them. And I think one thing that's special about them is the coach.
Sorry.
And they're also veterans. Y'all were talking about these teams coming up and playing hard against Duke and teams like that. I don't care how great an athlete is. If he's 18 years old, he hadn't played at this level. This is a new day. And so when you're a lot of these teams are veteran teams that are coming up against these great ball clubs, and it takes a while for these young guys on these great ball clubs, like the Boozer brothers and all, to actually grow up into a game like this. So, and they did, and they do, and they will each game. So you're going to see a lot of veteran teams do well. And you're going to see a lot of these young teams do better as it goes. So TSU has a chance. They have a chance. They're going up against Iowa State. We played Iowa State the year we won the OVC championship, and we played them in the Cyclone Classic, and almost beat them. And so it's we're 360 now, and it's time for TSU to get that first victory.
Man, that's an awesome call. Mr. Gentry, I just want to say, too, it's an amazing job of what Nolan Smith has done this year, too, as far as getting that team when Coach Penny departed as well for a better opportunity for sure. And I don't want to underestimate that or understate that as well with Coach Nolan Smith being in this role, too, because that's an historic moment for him and for the university as well, and for those athletes.
Hey, Penny left him a lot to work with.
Yes, and he capitalized on it.
And he capitalized on it. He brought a couple guys with him, and definitely we got a point guard, and that was needed. Our point guard got hurt last year, and he never got to play. And true point guard. But Penny laid the foundation for this. And we definitely have to give Penny his props, and I'm so proud of him and happy for him for where he is now with the Grizzlies. You don't get these opportunities often, and you got to take them, especially when you look like us.
Right.
And the other thing is that Nolan Smith just came and put the finishing touches on it, and he's got pedigree, history. He's got pedigree in his play, in his coaching, and I wish him the best. He does have a team that can make a run, but they got to have all cylinders. They got to be on all cylinders, and they got to play their best game every game.
Howard Gentry calling in this morning. Howard, no one better to call in and talk about this than you this morning. And I know that I hope our listeners know that the Gentry name carries a lot of weight at TSU and with you and your dad. Thank you for calling in and talking some TSU with us this morning. We appreciate it.
Well, you're quite welcome. But the last caller kind of, I don't call much. But the last caller, I heard the frustration in his voice, and the frustration's real. Y'all just got the brunt of it, but it's gone on for years. But you all are not you're not the people he was talking about.
Sure.
He was trying to make a point, and I heard him, but I wanted to let the public know that TSU we get talked about a lot for the challenges that we go through as a university, but how great is it what our AD is doing over there,
yes,
and the administration, Mickey Allen and the administration, UT Mickey, but
yes,
he's a Murfreesboro guy, so he's good.
He's a Nuke though too. That's the same chapter. That's my frat.
He's a
yes,
Nuke.
sir.
Yo, baby, yo.
Yes,
But look, in spite of all this taking place over there, and TSU is getting better every day, they still find a way to win.
Yes, sir.
They won a football championship in the midst of all this. They won an OVC championship in the midst of all this, and so that's what you call greatness.
Yes,
and greatness can pop out in any place at any time because TSU has a foundation of greatness, and all we need are people that have a vision and that will be willing to work hard, and they'll see that they can get it done over there. And Mickey and all his coaches, president, everybody is getting it done right now at TSU.
I love it. Howard Gentry checking in with us this morning. Mr. Gentry, thank you so much. We appreciate you checking in with us.
All right, well, thank you, and y'all keep doing a great job, and go Big Blue.
Yes, sir.
I love it.
Go Big Blue.
Howard Gentry calling in this morning. How about that?
Call gave me chills, man.
Former TSU AD.
I'm over here. I got chills over here for that one, man. That's cold-blooded
awesome.
right there.
That's very cool.
Also said somebody just put in there too. Shout out to the TSU ice hockey too. They do have an ice hockey team.
They do.
I was looking for one of them jerseys. I'm a hockey jersey.
That's
dude.
right. You absolutely were.
I did go looking for. I need to look for it again.
Matt writes in at Ramon Will says all of us local Kentucky fans will be pulling for TSU today.
Hey now,
no doubt.
Yes, sir.
No doubt about it. Coming up, the High Point radio call from yesterday and their win over Wisconsin. Absolutely electric. We'll hear it after this. What's going on? It's Will Boulding. I want to tell you about my friends at Brentwood Hearing Center who have a goal. Get you off the sidelines and back in the game with better hearing. Maybe you have been around that family member recently that's been telling you for months, for years even, hey, when are you going to get your hearing checked? You don't hear as well as you used to. We're out at dinner. You're asking me to repeat myself. It can be frustrating, and Brentwood Hearing Center can help. You will not believe the sounds you have been missing when you try out demonstration of industry-changing hearing aid technology, which also connects directly to your smartphone and your television. What I love about it is when you're watching TV, you're at the house, it's like you're having surround sound in your head all the time. It's also going to help you be in conversations a bit more clearly when you're talking to family members, talking to friends, talking to coworkers. Brentwood Hearing Center knows there is no cookie-cutter approach to better hearing. They're going to help learn where you're having the most trouble hearing and pinpoint the exact solution for you. 615-377-0420 is the number, or you can visit them online at BrentwoodHearingCenter.com. Conveniently located on the Brentwood Old Hickory exit off I-65. They'll get you off the sidelines and back in the game. Call them at 615-377-0420. Brentwood Hearing Center. Better hearing, better life.
7:03, good morning, live from the Circus Sports at the Mid-Kentucky Downs studio. I'm Justin Hawkins. Round of 64 in the NCAA Tournament got started yesterday, and it did not disappoint. In the South region, Vanderbilt rallied from an early deficit, beating McNeese 78-68, led by Tyler Tanner's 26 points. It's Vanderbilt's first tournament win since back in 2012. The upset of the day came in the West region, 12-5 matchup as High Point upset Wisconsin 83-82. Then another upset in the South region, 11-seed VCU erased a 19-point deficit, going on to beat 6-seed North Carolina in overtime 82-78. And Georgia, they were the lone SEC team that lost yesterday out of 5. They lost to St. Louis. Another full slate of games in the first round today, starting 11 a.m. right here on 104.5 The Zone, courtesy of Westwood One's coverage. 15-seed TSU takes on 2-seed Iowa State at 1:50 on CBS. 6-seed Tennessee, they take on 11-seed Miami of Ohio. Tip-off is at 3:25 Central in Philadelphia. Vol Networks coverage starts at 3 o'clock right here on The Zone. In NFL news yesterday, per Ian Rappaport, former Chiefs tight end Jody Fortson visited the Titans yesterday. Fortson missed all last season after tearing his meniscus and ACL last year in a preseason game with the Chiefs. Now he's reportedly 100% healthy. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you got to go to USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Seven a.m., hour number 2, getting started on your Friday morning. Ramon and Will. 615-737-1045, our number. Glad you're with us to start this beautiful, magical, mad Friday. I say mad in a good way, obviously, in terms of March Madness. We've already had Howard Gentry call in, talk some TSU. We've had some Vandy reaction.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of your comments in the F&M Bank chat, which is open on Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch. Ramon, have you heard the student radio call from High Point broadcasters yesterday?
Did not.
As they beat Wisconsin. First and foremost, how cool an opportunity is this to be a student media member and broadcaster and get to broadcast an NCAA tournament game?
I'm asking just because it's High Point. I don't know a whole lot about them, but is that what the budget fits? Is only a student broadcast to call this game?
I don't think so. I think they probably had both. I don't know.
Good.
I think they have student radio and they have radio.
Okay.
This is awesome. I'm trying to find these guys' names. Yeah, Jimmy Rosselli and Griffin Wright yesterday had an awesome call of this. Justin, is this audio good? Can you clearly hear it? I was listening to my laptop yesterday and it sounded good, not great.
Yeah, pretty much. You can make out some of it. It's a lot of screaming in the background because obviously the fans are going wild.
I think I just found a better one. Let me send you a better one because I want to make sure these kids get their the credit that they deserve. They were awesome in this last night, and the video I sent you is good, not great.
Okay. But they were on fire, though, is what you're telling me.
They were. They absolutely were. Yeah, it might be the only one I have. Never mind. Actually, no. Here you go. I got it. I'll send it to you right now. It's on Blue Sky.
All I know, I didn't hear the radio version of it, but watching that crowd of Wisconsin fans just lose their mind and it went from get up, get happy and excited to they got up and were mad and angry. You saw tears down their face and stuff like that. I didn't know what to think of Wisconsin basketball. I honestly didn't see a ton of them. I just felt this is going to be a fraud.
Well, so you were right. Well, first of all, because obviously it happened. Secondly, Wisconsin, you know what their record is as a 5 seed?
As a 5 seed, Wisconsin. Let's go 21 and something.
1-5.
1-5.
Wisconsin always seems to find a way to lose to 12 seeds. They did a couple years ago against James Madison.
That's crazy.
It's their second straight time being a 5 seed and losing to a purple 12 seed.
You said a purple 12 seed.
It's true.
Just kind of how it goes sometimes.
Any guesses where High Point is located?
High Point is located in Pennsylvania.
Justin?
I think it's North Carolina.
High Point, North Carolina.
High Point, North Carolina.
Uh-huh. Beautiful school. Like this school has gone viral on social media for being like a resort.
Oh, wow.
Like they flew a bunch of students to this game charter.
Oh, so they got bread.
They've got money.
My bad, High Point.
They have got big time money. They literally chartered students
My bad.
in this game, to this game. This was the radio call by Jimmy Rosselli and Griffin Wright on High Point Student Radio. Listen to this.
Seconds left. Boyd takes it inbounds. 9 seconds. Boyd wants it inside. Drive. 6 seconds. Blocked! Blocked! Draw the glass slipper! It's a Cinderella story in Portland, Oregon! Oh, what a feeling! For the first time in program history!
Yeah, Jimmy! 1.6 left! 1.6!
Oh, my God! Big time block from Aquino!
Oh, this is not real, Jim! This is not real! Jim, 1.6 seconds left.
How did they change it? It almost went out.
That is awesome.
Hey.
I got chills. That is awesome. Throw on the glass slipper. What was the full? He said, throw on the glass slipper for there's a Cinderella in Portland, Oregon. No notes. No notes, Jimmy. Terrific. Absolutely terrific.
That's good stuff right there, man. Hey, he couldn't even express himself. He just had to start laughing. That'd probably be me in a situation like that. I mean, what a play it was, though. I mean, nobody expected. I don't think I most definitely probably didn't pick them. High Point for sure. But what a time it is for them, man. Gonna be an influx of enrollment at High Point moving forward.
Sure.
Usually is what happens. You tickled by that one. You like that comment.
No, I love it. It's just, I love the authenticity of just, oh my gosh, is this happening? Like
in the original clip where it's longer and they break down a little bit more of it and they get to the final buzzer, he says, High Point breaks through and we'll see you in the round of 32.
Yeah.
Like, that's perfect.
Really
that was
good
stuff right there.
Really, and you can tell too, like he had that ready. There are so many broadcasters, I do it, that in a moment is going to be crazy. Just script something.
Yeah.
Just have something written down in your notes.
I feel like you got to come off authentic with it.
You do.
It is.
You do. You want to come off authentic, but there are times where having a final call ready when things are so crazy around you to be able to just punctuate it and put a dot on it and move on is something that I always recommend.
You know what's wild about it, though, as far as High Point goes, is legitimately they won 31 games this year, 30 before the tournament, right? Like, when you got a team that's winning at a high volume the way they did, like, you can't underestimate them. And that's not a bad draw for Wisconsin because High Point earned that in general, but, like, 5 versus 12, that 31 wins is elite. They pretty much dominate. That's kind of how I view that, a little bit of Miami of Ohio. Like, when teams win, you just catch a wave. You catch momentum. Momentum is real. The fear of watching somebody get into their zone is toxic for the opposing team. And that seems to me what High Point did. They weren't rattled watching that game yesterday at all.
No, there is certainly strength in just winning games.
It is.
It can truly be that simple. And I do think that's what's so impressive about the Miami of Ohio team that Tennessee will play today at 3:25. It's just a team that knows how to win. Knows how to win against different opponents than what you've played. But at the end of the day, when the clock gets down in that other under 4 timeout and you've been there and you've found a way time and time again over 30 times in a season. That's why these games end up being so good. These teams have confidence and don't feel like the moment's too big for them.
And this Chase Johnston kid that can shoot from way downtown.
5. Yeah.
He has shot 3 2-point shots this whole season.
5 2-point shots.
5?
Okay, so during the regular season, he shot 4. Missed all of them. And then he made his first 2-point shot.
That was the 5th one.
Yeah, no, I'm in the regular season. He shot 4.
I'm saying the 5th one was the one that he made yesterday.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to do something
crazy.
What do you mean? You had to count the one that he took yesterday.
No, I was saying in the regular season, he shot and missed 4, and then he made his first one yesterday.
I got you. I'm tracking now. My apologies.
Come on, get on the same highway here.
Miami of Ohio and High Point, the only 30-win teams not to earn top 3 seeds. Both won their first games. Johnston, second most threes among active D1 players with 415. Fourth most games played as well. This kid's played 165 games.
Yeah, he did.
That made the layup. This season, he has 68 of 138 from 3, 105 from 2.
Yeah, no doubt.
Crazy.
It's funny looking at just the names on this team too. One, I saw Cameron, and I was just like the rapper Cameron. When you spell Cameron with a apostrophe right in the middle of it, is actually pretty unique, man. But I couldn't pronounce Alex. What is this? The big center, I think, from Wisconsin. His last name had a bunch of symbols around it. Yeah, it did on the back of his jersey. It was crazy.
Starting at forward.
Yes. Alexis, I guess how you say it. How you say A-L.
You're asking, I don't know. You're asking the wrong person.
Alexis? I have no clue, man. I'm so terrible with names. I just call him Alec.
Okay.
Call him Alec.
You don't have to call any more of his name in the NCAA tournament.
Big Alec couldn't do anything last night.
Big Orange Mac writes in, says High Point should receive UNC's portion of state funding for making past the first round, unlike the Tar Heels. I love it.
He can't wait to pile drive somebody.
Brent Hubs of VolQuest at On 3 joins us next. Ramon Will rolls on hour 2 on this gorgeous NCAA Tournament Friday. Crew's all here. Ramon Foster and Will Bowling, pleased to be joined by our good friend Brent Hubs of VolQuest for his weekly visit. Good morning, Brent. How are you?
I'm doing well. Hope you guys are well this morning.
We are excellent. Couldn't be any better.
Couldn't be better. Better now that you on the call with us.
Absolutely.
Hubs.
Ramon, I'm impressed, buddy. You just keep stacking days, man. I'm impressed you're stacking days in this world we're living in right now. Hats off to you, my friend. Hats off to you.
You know what? I was talking to my wife, man, recently. I was like, man, I think I need a day or something soon, man. And I was like, man, I might take a Friday. I said, nope. Me and Hubs been consistent. She said, because that's your guy. You'll miss any other day. But what? Even she knows, Hubs.
That's exactly right. So you'll be taking a Monday soon as well.
I'll be taking a Monday soon.
Good to know.
I can't miss Friday.
Appreciate that.
Here's my other question, and we'll get into sports, okay? I mean, for those who are not watching on YouTube this morning, Ramon, I mean, like, you have a date later today? Like, I mean, you're like dressed like, I don't know, like Carlton going somewhere for lunch at Bel Air Academy or something.
Can I explain it? Can I explain it to you?
I would love to hear this, but it ought to be rich.
I incorporated Fresh Fridays because Monday through Thursday, football beats you down during the season. And Friday, whether you're in college or in the NFL, is the only day where you can feel normal. So I would put on clothes just because we got done at like 12 or 1. And while I was playing for the Steelers, and then, of course, when we were in college, like, that's the fly-out day and stuff like that. So I was just like, I'm wearing sweatsuits way too often. Like, I got all these clothes, I got to start putting them on. So I just started calling it Fresh Fridays, you know, kind of like a casual day.
I love it. Dress for success, my friend.
That's all it is.
We both got collars on today. Look at us.
Speaking of success, I have to ask you this. I meant to text you earlier this week. Coach Cutcliffe. I need his number. If you could text it to me, number one. But, man, if you could, that's my guy. We were talking about him, and then the next thing you know, he, announced that he was retired. Man, what can you tell us about Cut and what he's done for the game of football, the University of Tennessee, and everywhere else he's been?
Well, I mean, what he's done for the game, I don't think anybody truly understands. He's worked for 4 decades to protect the game, to play it the right way, to develop the game, to grow the game as a coach, as an assistant coach, a head coach, and then obviously, what he's done for the SEC since he left Duke. For me personally, Ramon, nobody in my career taught me more football than David Cutcliffe did. And in 1994, I was 19 years old going to football practice. And I didn't know what I was doing. Mike Keith had put me over there to cover do practice reports every day. And Mike had told me a lot and was trying to help me on the radio side. But what I was observing in football, I wasn't real sure. And I did some things wrong early on. I was too detailed on some trick plays and some things I shouldn't do. And Coach Cutcliffe, heard about it and knew I shouldn't be doing that. So he promptly called for my first one-on-one that I didn't ask for. He called the one-on-one, and I thought, uh-oh. And, he told me, he said, you can't do stuff like that in detail and this, that, and the other. And then he started asking about who I was. And this is classic Cutcliffe. We spent the rest of the conversation, after he politely told me not to do it again, getting to know each other. And from that point on, we formed a friendship that is carried for 30-plus years. The year he did not coach, Ramon, when he left Ole Miss, he was going to go to Notre Dame, and he didn't coach for a year because they found the heart situation and decided to take the year off. He came back to Knoxville with his wife, Karen, and they were in Knoxville, and he and I would go to lunch, and then we started doing a feature for VolQuest, but we got to go to lunch once a week for most of the year. And, man, it was football class. It was football 101 because nobody loved to talk about ball and explain ball more than David Cutcliffe did. And he's just been a tremendous friend. I mentioned this on a post on VolQuest. When I got the sideline job with Mike last year, I made the first phone call I made was to David Cutcliffe. And it wasn't to tell him that. It was to ask him how to watch the game from the sideline because I'd never been down there before. And I needed a football input from that. And we spent 30 minutes talking about what to watch for. And then he would be at games this fall as an observer for the SEC, and he would come over to me and he'd go, hey, did you notice that in warm-ups? Did you see this? There's something to watch. Hey, this wind now, you understand what this wind does as the sun's setting. I mean, just all of these just tiny, tiny details to help me be better at my job. That's what David Cutcliffe has personally done for me. What he's done for the game is just immeasurable. He's been such a huge part of the development of the SEC, development of offenses. It's been fantastic.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Brent, real quick, before we go to basketball and the fall spring practice stuff too, Ramon's humble, so he's not going to bring it up, but I bring it up all the time. That 2007 Tennessee offensive line, legitimately with Coach Cut, that gave up, what was it, like 2 sacks the entire season?
3 as a team.
Yeah, incredible what they were able to do that season and get to the SEC championship and just like, what do you remember about that group and the offensive line that Ramon was a part of that had a meeting for the season where Cut said, we're not giving up a sack all year, and they pretty much didn't?
I remember his return, and I remember the return of perfect play.
Oh, my gosh.
Which was one of David Cutcliffe's favorite drills,
Yeah.
and it was one of the most brutal drills for offenses in general, but the offensive linemen hated perfect play because David Cutcliffe had every observer at practice watching every individual at the end of practice when he ran perfect play. And, man, if there was a misstep, a missed hand placement by an offensive lineman, if somebody loafed, if somebody didn't run a route at the exact proper depth, the clock started again.
Yep.
Like you just repeated, and you had to do so many perfect plays in a row. And heaven forbid if somebody got a penalty pre-snap, because I mean, it was awful from that point on. But the details, Ramon, that David Cutcliffe demanded at all positions is what made him a great offensive coach. There have been plenty of great play callers on Saturday, okay? And you can debate whether he was the best or where he fits in play calling, but nobody handled the details Monday through Friday to prepare a team to play the way David Cutcliffe did.
Did not. And just to add to it as well, it wasn't just the on-field hubs. Like, he made us, the offensive lineman of the year, everybody check in weight. You had to be under 330, I think of what it was. We were all big linemen and stuff like that, and he checked it to a T. He forced Johnny Long to put us through the rigors of it. Man, like that 07 season, because 06 was just dipping his toe in the water. That 07 season, he said, okay, the heart's good, we're going full. And there was nothing that he left unturned. And I mean, absolutely nothing he left unturned, man. There was a lot of guys that benefited from understanding what real football was in that 06-07 return of David Cutcliffe for sure.
Yeah. Well, and they also understood what being a better father was, what being a better husband was, what being a better man was too.
Yep, that's facts.
I love it. Great stuff. Brent Hubs of VolQuest with us this morning under Ramon and Will. Tennessee and Miami of Ohio. The people in orange will be for Tennessee. Pretty much everybody else in Philadelphia may be for the Cinderella, Brent, in Miami of Ohio. And that's the way it goes this time of year. What stands out to you about the matchup, and how can Tennessee maybe adjust what it does a little bit to defend the three-point shooting from Miami of Ohio?
Well, when you first started watching that Miami of Ohio SMU game, you're like, man, Tennessee would match up well against Miami of Ohio because they have no real size in the paint. And you think Tennessee can have a field day in there. And then the Red Hawks started making every three. It felt like they threw up for a while there. And you're like, oh, okay, I don't know that you want any part of this team. It's an intriguing matchup because Miami of Ohio is giving up a ton in the paint. Tennessee wants to play inside out. Tennessee cannot get into three-point shooting contests with them today. They've got to stay true to who they are. SMU got away from it in the first half. That's what got them in trouble. In the second half, they started throwing it inside. They scored more points. They just couldn't get any stops because they couldn't stop three-point shooters. And that'll be the challenge today for Tennessee is they've got to guard the perimeter. My question today is, does Rick Barnes play small ball? Does he play with one post player instead of two and still have a size advantage in there? But do we see Nate Ament and Amari Evans on the floor together because it gives them a better opportunity to switch 1 through 5 on ball screens and still guard the perimeter? I think that's something that to keep a close eye on today. Tennessee's obviously got to stay out of some foul trouble, but Tennessee has got to attack them at the rim, and they've got to try to get Miami of Ohio in foul trouble. And obviously you can't let them go out there and make 16 threes, because if you do, you're going to be in the dogfight of dogfights. And clearly, you know, those smaller schools have the chip on their shoulder. We all heard the High Point coach yesterday after they upset Wisconsin, what he had to say. You know, Miami of Ohio understands we've lost one game and we barely got in the tournament. We were underseeded. It should have been in an 8-9 game or should have been a 10 seed, whatever. So they're going to play the chip on their shoulder today as well. Tennessee's got to be really mature.
Brent, when you look at Nate Amon and coming off the injury, I know Rick Barnes has talked about it just kind of being down to what he can manage, and it's not going to get all the way better. Is it fair to say he's probably feeling at least similar to the way he felt a week ago? How much recovery do you think he's really been able to have since Tennessee was knocked out of the SEC tournament by Vanderbilt last Friday?
Well, I think he's got recovery, and he's a tough guy. I think he could play through discomfort. I mean, I saw him on campus this week walking around, and he's not walking around in braces or anything like that. He's obviously wearing on the practice floor. He's wearing a protective sleeve on his knee, but I mean, he's not. He doesn't appear to be shelved and they're just trying to treat him and then he just shows up for games or whatever. I mean, he's practiced more this week. I think the biggest thing for Nate from the SEC tournament to now is you hope that his cardio is better. And look, the good news is you're not playing back-to-back days, but he was certainly winded in the Auburn game, even when he was scoring 10 in a row. And he was definitely winded and wore out in the Vanderbilt game. So you hope that he's got a little bit more cardio back. Now, they haven't taken him to the track and said, hey, run, 2 miles to get yourself in shape here. But he has been able to do more conditioning stuff, which I think will help him play a little faster at times today and maybe play to his strength. He's got to bully some people today. At his size against their size, he's got to bully people today. He's got to live at the free throw line. He's got to live in the paint. I mean, he should be able to attack them downhill today to his advantage.
No doubt about it. Hubs, if they do choose to go small ball, which big do you want out there? You want JP or do you want a rim protector when it comes down to Akpara playing that game? And is there any other role for Dwayne Brown and also Jalen Carey if you're choosing to go 4 small and 1 big?
Well, I just think you rotate.
Okay.
I mean, I think you're probably rotating a heavier version or a heavier rotation of Felix and JP Estrella. You think Estrella can score big today if they can get the ball inside to him. Estrella can block some shots. Obviously, Felix can protect the rim. I mean, here's the thing that can't get lost in Miami of Ohio, because everybody's going to circle the number of threes that they made, and they made a bunch of them. But they got into a little Princeton basketball in the second half against SMU, ran a lot of backdoor cuts, a lot of 5-out where they just kind of backdoors you. Rim protection in there could be important. Defensive stance, head turns, all those things for those perimeter guys are going to be really important. You got to close out with a high hand, but you can't just fly at them because they'll go to the rim on you too. But they back cut SMU for 6 or 7 layups in the second half, and that was really how they got away with SMU not being able to stop them, because SMU was just overplaying so hard on the perimeter. They just went a little Princeton old school 5-out back cut system on them and beat SMU multiple times. Felix Akpara can rim protect that hopefully today if that happens.
Just looking at the way the first day went yesterday, physicality favors the Vols in this matchup, don't you think?
Oh, no question. And I think it's physical this time of year if the officials call it that way. Now, how will they call this game? You always wonder. Here's the other concern that you have, and this is an advantage for Miami of Ohio. Now, they're playing on short rest, okay? They had quick travel, all of those things. But they have played a game. And sometimes the first game is the hardest game to deal with and the hardest game to win. And that's where you've got to get yourself in a situation where you settle into the game quickly. Duke got into a basketball game yesterday because they didn't play very well in the first half. They were a little bit tight. Maybe they were a little disinterested. They didn't shoot it well. You don't want to be in that situation, and you look up and you're 30 minutes into the game and you're in a ball game and you're in a one-possession deal and the crowd's all against you, and you're the one who tightens up, because Miami of Ohio is playing with house money today. And that's why we love a Cinderella, as long as it doesn't happen to our team. So I think it's important for Tennessee to get settled in here quickly this afternoon, score the basketball, and kind of get into a flow of the game.
Brent, on the way out, just a couple on football here to kind of wrap up this morning. Spring practice already overway. I jokingly asked Eric Kane yesterday, like, we have a quarterback yet? And obviously the answer is going to be no for quite a while. But any takeaways from what you've seen so far from George McIntyre, Faison Brandon, and Ryan Staub?
I think all three of those guys have thrown the ball well. I think they've been accurate with the ball. Now, we've not seen a bunch of, one-on-ones and 7-on-7s. But, I think they all have a pretty good command of what they're doing. George certainly has the better command. But I mean, Faison's physical talents are very, very obvious. Now, they're trying to tweak some things with his mechanics, particularly using his lower body more, getting his legs more involved into his throwing motion. George is always working on his release, trying to tighten it up. But I think those guys have come out with the urgency that you're looking for. I think they've handled themselves well. And I think all of them understand they're in a marathon, not a sprint. And nobody's winning this job this spring. Nobody's winning the job in June. This job's going to be settled probably after the second scrimmage in August. And they know that what they've got to do, and all joking aside, they do have to stack days. They need to have good day after good day and build on their game. And that's what both those guys, in particular Faison and George, are trying to do. And I think it's been a nice start to the first week. It'll get more intense as we go and get into scrimmage settings here, and how those guys manage that will certainly be of note. But I think it's been a nice start for that group.
Hubs, man, I'm kind of twofold on David Sanders' viral moment yesterday.
Okay.
First part, beautiful finish. Absolutely love the finish. There's a lot of discussion. This video's got over 1.4 million views on Twitter, okay, of the rep that he had. The other part is, you show me. You can never go back now when it comes down to his finish and toughness. Is that Derek Owens, or is that naturally David Sanders Jr. Making the next step in his career as far as being a known tackle in this league?
Well, it's not a cop-out answer, but the answer is it's both. You don't finish like that without having improved physical strength. You don't finish like that without it being your mentality. You don't finish like that if you don't have confidence in your skills and your ability. Think about a year ago. A year ago, David Sanders was drinking water through a fire hose. He was trying to add 40 pounds of weight and trying to figure out how to play college football on a side of the ball where he had never played before, on the right side. And he had played in a world of high school football where basically he could put his right hand out and push the defensive end over. He didn't have to do a whole lot in high school. He had not studied a ton of film. He went through the growing pains last year, and obviously he's made a decision this offseason twofold. One, to mentally get better in the game, which gives you more confidence, and two, physically get stronger, which gives you more confidence. And that showed up yesterday in their first day of pads. Again, he's got plenty of ways to go. He likes being a left tackle, okay? That's natural for him. And he understands he's got to lead that group, and he is trying to play in a greater leadership role, and he was certainly setting the tone early yesterday with that clip and that play. But that wasn't the only one. That was the one that got caught. He was very physical and just shoulder pads right out of the gate. I think it was a good start for him. I think that offensive line's got a little chip on their shoulder right now. So we will see, the battle that they have with the defensive line and how that develops throughout the rest of spring practice.
Brent, I loved Smokies when I was a student athlete briefly in Tennessee. I can confidently say I was a student athlete at the wrong time. Looking at the new nutritionist Katie O'Connor's pictures of the food, I'm looking at like a andouille sausage wrapped in shrimp. There's birria tacos. There's steak. Brent, no wonder all these guys are gaining good weight. Like this stuff looks ridiculous, and I mean that in a good way.
Yeah, I mean Ramon had to go across the street, and I mean, if you saw a steak toughest as a buffet somewhere in Vegas, you were having a good day. These guys now, they got lobster on the menu. They got
crazy.
Yeah, they're pretty spoiled right now. But all of that is a part of Derek Owens' deal, and I know she tweeted out the pictures for everybody to talk about, but that is a real commitment that they made in January as a part of the change of things going on. And it's for the benefit nutrition-wise. It's obviously great food, but it's certainly paying dividends. I mean, Christian Gass is 20-plus pounds bigger. What? You've got guys who are lean, who have lost weight, lost body weight, and have put themselves in better position. I mean, look, it's very early on, but in 7 weeks, there's been a lot of transformation. I'm going to be curious to see what that looks like over the next 4.5 months, 4 months or so. I mean, they practiced Monday in shorts, Ramon, and when they finished practice, they didn't go to the whirlpool tub and hang out. Derek Owens said, okay, now practice starts. We got to work out today. First day back from spring break. Y'all had about 45 minutes in shorts. That's not a workout. Let's go. And so they will continue to work out during spring practice, and then he'll get back into his full off-season routine with this team as soon as practice is over. It's very different in that world right now for this football program.
This man sounds like a psycho.
Terrific guy. I mean, but he is nobody's as dialed into this stuff as he is. I mean, it is very, very scientific with him. But there's also a standard and a commitment that you're going to do, or it's going to be a rough day for you.
Does this
so you're
feel
do
like
it the right way.
They just caught up? It feels like Tennessee just caught up to what other programs have been doing with that side of it.
Well, I think that the thing that happened with him, and this is not to say Kurt Schmidt couldn't train people and didn't train people when he was here, with Josh Heupel. But when you have somebody who walks in, who commands the room, owns the room, has personality, is very crystal clear in what he's doing. And, oh, by the way, 9 weeks ago he hoisted a trophy. Are you going to listen?
Yeah.
Right. A lot of credibility comes into play and has come into play with that and what he does. That commands the room and commands everybody's attention, because these kids know, like, wait a minute, Indiana came out of nowhere. How did that happen? Well, this is a big part of why. He's not the sole reason, but he's part of why this happens. And if you research him, all the Indiana players and James Madison players praise this guy for what they did for them from a development standpoint. I'm probably going to listen to him.
Okay.
And I think he immediately commanded attention because of his credibility.
Brent Hubs, our guest this morning here on Ramon and Will. Check out the War Room at VolQuest.com each and every Friday morning for the very latest on Rocky Top, as always, from our friends at VolQuest. Brent, thank you as always. We'll talk to you again next week.
Appreciate it, Hubs.
I appreciate it, guys. Have a great weekend.
Yes, sir. You too. Brent Hubs with us, presented by Ascend Federal Credit Union, your financial partner for every stage of life. Well, yeah, we were athletes at Tennessee at the wrong time.
At the wrong time.
Granted, I wouldn't have been allowed to eat any of this because we didn't get dinner.
Hey, everybody get something. All I'm saying is I saw.
Exactly. Lunch would have been great.
I think it was the volleyball team in there because there's a bunch of tall girls. Like, they're not doing like yoga and stuff. I'm like, oh, they really stepping it up around here now. Everybody's getting something.
Come a long way from us not being allowed to get recovery nutrition after practice because the football team had lost and Butch didn't want anybody looking at practice.
What a time.
It's been a minute. Coming up, how the SEC fared on day one of the NCAA tournament, and including the team that got embarrassed and might need to be relegated to somewhere, as many of you may have been going to sleep last night. Coming up.
It's truck month at Two Rivers Ford, and that means, y'all, zero money down. That means 0% financing and zero payments for 90 days. But only at Two Rivers Ford do you get zero surprises and zero pressure. You see, Two Rivers Ford, they do things a little differently than most dealerships. For starters, they have a non-commissioned sales team. So their salespeople are paid whether you buy a truck or not. So go ahead and ask all the questions, take all the drives. You can check out the F-150, the Super Duty, the Maverick, the Ranger. I'm telling you, truck month is all about you. And at Two Rivers Ford, you'll find the real price online every time. They don't add a bunch of accessories or add-ons that you don't know about until you get to the dealership. Absolutely not. They pride themselves on honesty and transparency like they have for over 4 decades. And by the way, Two Rivers Ford has one of the best inventories of Ford trucks in the Southeast. There's Ford Truck Month, okay, and then there's Two Rivers Ford Truck Month. So get to the South's most trusted Ford dealer for the best prices of the year. Own the best-selling truck in America. Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer.
Friday morning rolls on Ramon and Will. 615-737-1045, the number. Yesterday in the SEC, Ramon, I watched again the team that I think might be the most entertaining team in college basketball if you don't have a rooting interest.
Oh.
Not the best team. I think Arkansas is more fun to watch than anyone in America.
Straight up.
They are electric. The dunks, the alley-oops. Darius Acuff Jr. is legit. 24.7 assists. They were done with Hawaii within about 10 minutes in that game.
Send them back to the island.
Took an 11-0 lead and never looked back. Dominating inside. They outscored Hawaii in the paint 64-40.
Jeez.
64-40.
Yeah.
Beating the Rainbow Warriors 97-78 yesterday.
I mean, it's Coach Kyle all over again. I know we got a resident Kentucky fan that listens to us often, and Sally, just let Kyle go. He needed this. Y'all needed this as well with Mark Pope. Like, I get it. Like, there's a lot that comes with Coach Kyle, right? The expectation is number one, and he wasn't meeting them at Kentucky. And you got to commend Kentucky for wanting to move on, and also Kyle saying, you know what? No, I'm hopping right back in the saddle, because the payoff that he would have had to buy out was immense, right? Like, so for him to go ahead and take this Arkansas job, which is rich in history as well, and to turn his style into a different style where he's going with veteran dudes now. He's got a guy in DJ Wagner that's still on his roster that's playing a nice role for him, coming off the bench, still getting 31 minutes, and like he's got an understanding of how to play it differently. Like, it sucks that Kentucky had to go through this with Kyle, but to your point, the dude know how to coach ball, and he knows how to find talent. This was just the next edition of him. And yes, I'm with Zach in our F&M Bank chat or our YouTube chat. Acuff is a dog.
He's
Ain't
so
no other way
fun to
around.
watch, man.
He
So fun to watch.
He's an acrobat with the things that he does.
Mm-hmm.
All he need, who was we had on yesterday speaking about him, Richard Hendricks. He was just like, he's just a guy that just gets the job done. And when you look at what he is as a player, all he need right now is just 5 straight back cornrows in his hair like Allen Iverson.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it as chill as how Carmelo Anthony used to be with the Braves, and just kill people is what he does.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I mean,
kill people.
Well, on the basketball court. On the basketball court.
St. Louis takes down Georgia 102-77.
I knew it.
Ugh.
Why?
What are we doing, Georgia?
Are you a football school?
Very much so. Very much so. And after the series when they had over Tennessee, maybe a baseball school.
Yeah, that's true, too.
Deion Brown with 18 on 9 of 10 shooting, all on layups and dunks. It's the second straight year that Georgia's been in an 8-9 game and gotten blown out. Jeez. Something going on there. And St. Louis sets a school record for victories, advanced to meet Michigan, the Midwest's top seed, tomorrow.
I blame myself. I'm going to be real with you. And for one, being SEC bias. Like, I picked Georgia because I say, you know what? Georgia ain't bad. They got Blue Cane. They got a gambit of player that can make plays. No, how you have Cannon Catchings with 0 points and he's a starter? Like, these are the things that bother me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm done trying to do the non-traditional thing, thinking they were going to play ball the way I needed them to. Absolutely not. Let's go St. Louis Billikens.
Billikens. There you go.
Do you know what a billiken is?
It looked like a troll.
It's a mythical and not real.
We can have fake mascots out here?
It's the god of things that ought to be.
Well, yeah,
it brings good fortune, and it brought good fortune last night.
100. They bust a scoreboard on them with 100+ points. Georgia, y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself, man. It's now basketball season and spring football time.
Head coach Josh Schertz at St. Louis, who spent 14 years in Knoxville at Lincoln Memorial.
Lincoln Memorial.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Man.
08 to 2021. Was at Indiana State in the Valley against Belmont. Played them every year. It's been in St. Louis since 2024.
That's got to probably be one of the more embarrassing losses yesterday.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah.
Not good if you're Georgia.
Not good.
A little bit of news a couple of minutes ago. Pete Nakos is reporting that Georgia Tech is set to hire Troy basketball coach Scott Cross as its next head coach. That was a spot where Justin Gainey, Tennessee assistant, had been rumored to be in the mix.
Sure was.
Mm-hmm.
Troy, like I said yesterday, the first half of that game was very competitive the way the way Troy came out and played them. It just wasn't enough, man. And That won't be an easy job right there when it comes down to him going down to Georgia Tech as well.
Coming up, where are confidence levels for Tennessee against Miami of Ohio? We'll do more breakdown of the Vols matchup today when we come back, because Hour 3 begins after this on 104.5 The Zone.
It's Ramon Foster for Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric, y'all. Letting you know, nobody likes dealing with a plumber, HVAC, or electrical emergency at all. Most of the time, you don't know what it will cost you or if it get fixed right, or if somebody's trying to sell you something you do not need. When you call Hiller, the experts are going to solve your problems quickly, and the price you tell is the price that you'll actually pay with no hidden fees or surprises on your bill at all. They itemize everything for you, lay it out for you, let you know what the parts cost, price of service, and all things included. Usually a warranty comes with those as well, because that's the type of work that they do. And it's because of this. They believe in their motto is happy you'll build, the service is free. They believe in 100% satisfaction every single time. And that's just the way they operate. Their techs are very professional, experienced, and very trustworthy as well. When they're on their way, you receive a photo of the tech and a link to track them in real time. So you're not sitting around wasting your time. Listen, if you have any issue around your house, whether it be inside or outside, I had them work on my cameras around the house. They've done low lighting for me as well. And also I've been on their service plan with their HVAC systems also. To learn more about Hiller, though, you can head over to the website at happyhiller.com and make sure you tell them that Ramon sent you.
8:02, good morning, live from the Circus Sports at the Mid-Kentucky Downs studio. I'm Justin Hawkins. Round of 64 in the NCAA Tournament got started yesterday, and it did not disappoint. In the South region, Vanderbilt rallied from an early deficit to beat McNeese 78-68, led by guard Tyler Tanner's 26 points. It's Vanderbilt's first tournament win since 2012. The upset of the day yesterday came in the West region. 12-5 matchup as High Point upset Wisconsin 83-82, and then another upset came later in the night as 11 seed VCU erased a 19-point deficit to beat 6 seed North Carolina 82-78 in overtime. And Georgia, they were the lone SEC team that lost yesterday. Out of 5 teams, they lost to St. Louis. Another full slate of games getting started today in the first round with coverage at 11 a.m. courtesy of Westwood One right here on 104.5 The Zone. 15 seed TSU, they're in the tournament for the first time in 30 years. They take on 2 seed Iowa State at 1:50 in St. Louis on CBS. And then at 3:25 Central in Philadelphia, Tennessee Vols take on the 11 seed Miami of Ohio. Vol Network's coverage starts right here on 104.5 The Zone at 3 o'clock. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you got to go to USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Away we go into the third hour on your Friday. Glad you are with us on your Friday morning. Ramon and Will, 615-737-1045 if you want to jump in. Tennessee, Miami of Ohio, courtesy of the Vol Network here on The Zone today, 3 o'clock. Coverage beginning. Looking forward to it. Mike Keith, Chris Lofton, the whole crew up in the city of brotherly love. Where are the vibes for you this morning, Ramon? How you feeling today? With your mic on.
They were good until I get a random text message I told you a second ago from my former quarterback, man, Roethlisberger. And he said he sends me a countdown clock with the title. He's a Miami of Ohio alum. He played there as well. He sends me on like Donkey Kong. Friday, March 20th at 4:25 Eastern time. I'm just like, is this really what we're doing today? My vibes are good. I can't wait to whoop him, okay? He's the ultimate competitor is what I'm telling you, and this is going to be a good matchup. The only thing that concerns me is what Hubs said, too. They got one game under their belt already. Momentum matters. Miami, Ohio is also a team that's won 30-plus games this year. That doesn't mean a hill of beans when it comes down to today's game, though, as well. I'm going back to, our resident basketball expert, Ron Slay, and pretty much said he's looking forward to this game. He said this about 2 weeks ago. It's like, I hope we play Miami of Ohio. Mm-hmm. It's just, if you're that type of team that lives by the 3 like that, you better be on every single time. And I'm with the mindset that long rebounds is what the Vols will flourish, especially if you if you got the ability to slow the game down for them. I'm interested to see what Coach Barnes does with playing inside out, as Hub said, and trying to see if he can slow them down and make Miami of Ohio panic.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a good matchup, though.
I think it is. I think it's a fun contrast of styles, and in a lot of ways, it mirrors Tennessee and Alabama in a lot of ways of teams that want to have all 5 guys out of the paint and shoot a bunch of threes. Obviously, Alabama has more size and rim protection as well, and the forwards that they've had, both semi-professional and non-semi-professional. So it's not a total one-to-one comparison, but in the way that you've been able to still secure those long rebounds the same way you do the 2-point rebounds, it has to be there if you're Tennessee. I think what you can't do if you're Tennessee, you can't afford to turn it over and allow Miami of Ohio to shoot threes before your defense is set up.
Transition.
That I think is where Miami of Ohio will feel like it's got to win in this game. Whether it's a Tennessee missed 3 that gives them a long rebound and a chance to run in transition, or whether it's just Tennessee throwing the ball away, because they've done that a lot this season. That has to be nipped in the bud, and you are giving Miami of Ohio a foothold in this game if you allow them to shoot threes in transition before your defense gets set up.
It's the same conversation, I feel like, if we go to Vanderbilt McNeese yesterday, where their coach Byington is saying they can't come out the gate slow. Mm-hmm. The 13 turnovers that they had, like the Vols are very capable of that. Vandy played one more day than UT did in the SEC tournament, so there's less time that you had on the court. As you mentioned, as Hubs mentioned earlier as well, when Brent Hubs as well. What is Native Met's conditioning like? What is the rest of the team condition like? We're talking about over a week or close to a week of not having a game, and now you got to go out there and go full tilt with the team that's already been in. That's, to me, a little bit of a concern. I think it's a good concern, though, because if they're built the way we think they are and they play more aggressive and not just fouls or, hacking at guys, what I mean is their ability to go score. I feel like time and time again this year, we've watched either Jacoby Gillespie pass the ball around and Native Met just be indecisive with the ball. Like, they got to go attack, I feel like, today, unless they choose to slow it down, which I don't think Miami of Ohio is going to allow you to do.
Mm-hmm. Andy in Clarksville, next up on the phones. What's up, Andy?
March Madness is so appropriately named. There were some great games yesterday. High Point, the pride of the Big South, going and advancing, that was amazing. But my VCU Rams beating the hated Carolina Tar Heels, oh, that was delicious. I mean, at one point they were 19 points down, and I almost lost the faith. I took my hat off at that point and threw it across the room. It landed in a bookcase and stayed there for the rest of the game. And at the end of the game, my wife goes to grab the hat to take it off the bookcase, and I'm like, no. That hat lives there now for the rest of the tournament, because the comeback, was it the players' resilience and not giving up a little bit? Was it the great coaching of Phil Martelli Jr.? A little bit. I like to think that it was my hat. But, I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious.
I appreciate the little stitches.
Thank you for the call, Andy.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
I appreciate the little stitches part of it as well.
I love it.
He said the hat's not moving anymore.
Not moving, or should it? It's got to sit right there.
Look at High Point getting the friggin' fan base during March Madness. Well, other schools have done this as well, too.
Absolutely.
Chicago, right? Loyola, how do you say it? Loyola, yeah, they've done
Tennessee.
It. Beat Tennessee.
Thomas in Nashville, up next. What's up, Thomas?
Hey, what's going on?
Morning, Thomas.
All right, I'm a spoiler. I know this is UT radio, but I'm going to go on and spoil it. I'm not a UT fan. My team lost yesterday.
Who's your team?
I'm a Tar Heels fan. So
Who?
I'm a Tar Heels fan.
Oh.
Yeah, we lost yesterday. We didn't have our best player. It's okay. It's expected. But
is that an excuse? Thomas was
No.
I was just checking. I mean, since we talking trash, come on, let's do it. Let's do it, Thomas.
No, I'm not talking trash.
Oh, okay.
I'm just preparing you for later on. Miami, Ohio, probably gonna win today. I'm just letting y'all know.
Why is that?
I'm just letting y'all know.
I'm here for it.
You said, why is that?
Yeah.
I mean, throughout the season, UT hasn't played consistent all year.
This is true.
So far, it's looking like the year of the underdogs. So don't be surprised if they lose later on today. Y'all should win, but don't be surprised.
No, Thomas, you got to be on one side of the highway. Don't say y'all should win. You said we going to lose, Thomas.
On paper, y'all should win, but y'all going to probably lose, though.
Come on, Thomas.
UT is going to UT. UT always does UT things.
Don't do this. Are you a big Bill Belichick fan?
What'd you say?
You a big Bill Belichick fan?
No, I don't. I'm okay. Look, I'm an Auburn football fan.
Come on, Thomas. No.
We ain't got to get into it.
What are we doing, Thomas, man?
We deflecting right now.
I think you're deflected to a different fan base than the Falls, what we're doing. Oh, it's crazy.
Hey man, I can't root for UT. I just can't. I can't root for the Titans and UT. That's too much heartbreaking one year. I can't do it.
Thank you for the call, Thomas. We appreciate it.
We appreciate it, Thomas.
Listen, if I was an Auburn football fan, I would also cheer for a blue blood in basketball season.
Hey, how Bruce doing down there? No, never mind.
He doesn't care. He's North Carolina basketball.
He's in North Carolina basketball. No, because here's the issue. God, we need him back on the line. Because I guarantee when Bruce Pearl had him rolling, I bet he pulled out his war doggone eagle, didn't he? I bet he did. Thomas, you can't. See, that's the problem we have with multiple teams right here. Your team, your football team is Auburn. Basketball got hot, and I guarantee you wore your Auburn shirt just the same as you did during football season. But then you also get you are a never loser, okay? And that's not right in sports, okay? It's only been so many perfect seasons.
Except last night against VCU.
Ooh, Liz Tar Heel got stuck on the dirt, huh? Or on the hardwood. Pick your feet up. Like, be an athlete, Thomas.
While Ramon gets trash talked by one former Pittsburgh Steeler teammate in Ben Roethlisberger, let's add another one into the mix. Bryant McFadden joins us, CBS Sports analyst, former Steeler, and NFL corner after this.
It's Ramon Foster for Medical House Calls. And listen, y'all might actually need to hit them up because it's March Madness. We got midday games. We got late games right now. If you need an IV to get you just back because you may have been at the bar, you may be lack of sleep, or you might be enjoying yourself a little bit too much. I'm here to tell you that they can get you back to feeling like your best self. From fighting the flu to performance-enhancing cocktails, their nurses will come to your house or wherever you guys are having a watch party and administer an IV to you to get you better and feel better faster. Whether you're feeling fatigue, persistent illness or injury, difficulty focusing, or just being productive, there is an IV therapy for you as well. But it's not just that, man. They actually have real doctors, nurses on call for you as well. This isn't just a fly-by-night type of thing. What Medical House Calls is doing is bringing back the concierge to medicine. They come to where you are 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday. Same-day appointments are available or next-day guaranteed. Listen to me. You can call or text them at 615-838-2375 or head over to medicalhousecalls.com.
Ramon Will continues on 104.5 The Zone at Hour 3 on this beautiful Friday in Music City. He is Ramon Foster. I'm Will Bowling. Pleased to be joined by Super Bowl champion, former Steeler, and CBS Sports analyst Bryant McFadden on this Friday. What's up, B-Mac? How we doing?
Matt?
Yo, top of the morning. How y'all doing?
We're good. Ramon's a little distracted because, B-Mac, NCAA Tournament's obviously getting started, and Tennessee has Miami of Ohio today, and there is a certain former quarterback that may or may not have played for Miami of Ohio and the Pittsburgh Steelers who is being a little distracting in his trash talk to Ramon. I'm sure you never heard Ben and Ramon have any conversation like this ever, right?
Now, this is the first time, and this is unfamiliar territory, especially in terms of March Madness with these two said former teammates of mine. So I just want to know, Ramon, what's the wager on the line? It got to be some type of wager on the line because this is a once-in-a-lifetime matchup in March Madness between you two said alums basketball program.
Mac, you know how he does, man. He likes to play around at first, man. And the other day, he texted me. He was just like, man, I would go to the game. He was like, who do you guys have as a famous alum? He was like, oh, you guys got Casey Clausen. I said,
the great Casey Clausen, California native.
Yeah. Undefeated in the swamp, Casey Clausen, mind you.
Yes, I know. And then he goes, I said, no, we have Peyton. He said, Peyton Hillis? Oh, I didn't realize that. He's just playing games. And then I get a random text this morning, man, with a countdown clock, Matt. And it goes,
he's fired up.
He is fired up, man. It's on like Donkey Kong. It's the title of the countdown. And it's 7 hours and about 30 minutes till like tip off, man. It's just, we ain't even got to a bet yet. Okay.
Hey, man, this is what March Madness is about, man. I love it, man. This is great.
Absolutely is.
It is.
Bryant McFadden with the CBS Sports, former Pittsburgh Steeler. B-Mac, what do you think about what the Titans have done so far in free agency? Help on the defense, a weapon for Cam Ward with Wan'Dale Robinson. What's been your favorite move the Titans have made so far?
Defense. JFM, John Franklin Myers, I love that signing. The trade for Jermaine Johnson was under the radar, a very, very impactful move as well. He's familiar with Robert Salah and his defensive style and vice versa, with Robert being familiar with Jermaine Johnson. I think he's, 2 years removed from that Achilles, so he should be back to full-fledged. I love Alante Taylor, very, very scrappy corner from New Orleans. Huge payday, but he's a guy that's going to earn every dollar. Cordell Flott is a guy that Brian Daboll is familiar with as well, so clearly he has some inside intel on that signing, man. I love everything about what they've done, especially improving the defense. Offensively, you talked about the Wan'Dale Robinson deal. For him, he had a career year last year, over 1,000 yards. His last 2 seasons for the New York Giants, in terms of mediocre quarterback play, he's seen, I think, around 90 receptions. So he's a guy, he became a volume guy. So if you're Tennessee, you're paying him based on what he did in 2025 under the assumption that he can still give you that same like production in 2026 and on after that. So he's a guy that is familiar with the OC and Brian Daboll as well. So I love everything about Tennessee. When you talk about Tennessee having the second most cap space available, they needed to spend wisely. And I feel like they did. I feel like they're a much improved team. And I think they've added some arsenal to help second-year quarterback and Cam Ward. But everything that I talked about offensively, it means nothing if the offensive line isn't better. And hopefully they're better than what they were a year ago. Because if they're better, their offense will be better.
Bryant McFadden of CBS Sports, our guest this morning on Ramon and Will. B-Mac, when you look at Robert Saleh's defense and the way it sets up the secondary for success, it feels like we talk so much about the front sevens and the linebackers that Robert Saleh defenses have had. What about his scheme and system sets up corners and defensive backs to play well in his scheme too?
It's pressure. I mean, when I was in Pittsburgh, man, we used to tell Coach LeBeau, yo, make it hot so we can squat. Man, make that pocket hot so we can squat on some routes. Because as a secondary player, when you know you can get relentless pressure on those quarterbacks, you know you're going to get intermediate routes and you're going to be able to take advantage of some of those routes because they don't have time to be able. The quarterbacks don't have time to go through the progressions and those 5-step drops and be comfortable enough to really be aggressive and taking shots down the football field. So if you want to see improved secondary play, look at the guys on the first level. See what they're doing. And if you don't believe me, look at some of the top secondaries from a year ago. Look at their pressure rate. Look at the sack rate. Look at what Denver did, right? Look at how good their secondary was. Now, granted, it helps when you have a guy like Pat Surtain Jr. in the secondary. But outside of that, when they put pressure on opposing quarterbacks, man, it's very, very difficult for those said offenses to have success. So what I watch with Tennessee and how they built this new infrastructure defensively. They started from the ground up, the foundation, which is the front guys. Jeffrey Simmons is already a beast. First and foremost, he doesn't get the praise that I think he's deserving of getting. He's one of the best interior linemen in the National Football League. Unfortunately, he's been a part of bad teams, but he is a difference maker. Now you added talented players around him. It's going to help the secondary out in a masterful way.
No doubt about it. We're joined by Super Bowl champion CBS Sports analyst Brian McFadden. B-Mac, when you look at this defense, like you said, the front seven is where you go eat, man, and you guys are looking to squad on the back end as far as the secondary. If you could, man, break it down to me because, I'm an offensive lineman. How you, as a DB yourself, view Alontae Taylor and also Cordell Flock, considering the Giants, at least, were reportedly not upset but shocked that he left because they were trying to sign him as well.
Okay, let's start with Alontae. Very, very versatile player. The thing about Alontae, he's very, very athletic, but he can play the inside. He has shown the ability to play the inside. I don't know exactly where they're going to slot him in the secondary, but I visualize him being more an outside and inside guy. And he's a 6-foot, 200-pound corner. Mm-hmm. Having that athleticism and that size really helps when you're playing a nickel, not to mention being involved in run support. Cordell Flock, I see him predominantly as outside corner. He's a 6-foot corner as well, 6'1", 6'2", around 180. Very, very versatile. I love his flexibility, and the thing that I love about him, he's a scrappy guy. He really improved throughout his time there in New York. When you look at how he came into the league and how he left, I mean, each year he kind of got better. He played with more confidence, and I think when you talk about the scrappiness, I kind of see the same mentality throughout the entire secondary. A bunch of scrappy guys. That they don't mind biting your kneecaps and biting your feet. They just want to play, and they provide a sense of attitude in the secondary, and that's something that has kind of been missing, in years past when you talk about Tennessee kind of dropping the ball in terms of consistency in the secondary. You're getting guys with attitude, guys with scrappiness, and as my former defensive coordinator used to say at Florida State, Mickey Andrews, the great Mickey Andrews, I'd rather give me a player that I got to say, whoa, then sick him. I don't want to have to tell you to sick them. I want to tell you to calm down a little bit. You give it, it's a little bit too much. And those are the type of guys that I look at with Tennessee. Those are the type of players they're having on the defensive side, man. You got to tell them guys, hey, man, whoa, calm down a little bit. Because if I got to tell you to sick them, now we got problems.
Mac, it's fascinating you mentioned the makeup of this team that they've, put their focus on in this offseason. We've been back and forth on draft picks, and I'm sure we'll get to that too, whether you got Jeremiah Love, Sonny Styles, or one of the edge rushers. But asking from your perspective, where you come from an organization and a mindset that you build up the defense to support the young quarterback so that you thrive on getting him the ball back as many times as you can. Where are you on that with Cam? Have they done enough so far to kind of put the ball back in his hand with how they've hit the D-line, the secondary as well?
Yes, I think so. I'm really high. Now, granted, Ramon, you know how this is as a former player, and Will, watching the game as much as you watch the game, you always need a clean bill of health. Yeah. Right? Health is always the key. If this defense can stay healthy, especially with the leaders, which is the guys on the front, they're going to be successful. They really will be successful. And then also, too, if you look at the makeup of your neighborhood, bruh, the AFC South, you have some really talented teams, but you don't have any offenses that you should be afraid of in the AFC South. If you're Tennessee, you feel like, man, you got the Colts, Daniel Jones is coming off an Achilles. You don't know when he will be healthy. You have the Houston Texans. C.J. Stroud hasn't looked like the rookie C.J. Stroud. And, Trevor Lawrence has really developed, but you shouldn't be afraid of any offense in your division. So you should like your chances to be able to be dominant and be consistent to give your second-year quarterback the necessary possessions for him to be able to capitalize. So that's the most important thing. I understand when you talk about analyzing the entire structure of free agency and the draft, where do you sit amongst all teams in the AFC? That's very, very important. But if you're not relevant in your neighborhood, which is your division, that first mindset can be thrown out of the window. So for Tennessee, it's about where do you measure up now with the other three teams in your division? And if you're talking about defensively, I believe Tennessee, they have improved the most out of every other defense in the division. Now, it's not saying a lot because the bar was set so low from a year ago. But that is saying a lot because now you have a fighting chance.
Bryant McFadden to CBS Sports with us this morning on Ramon and Will. So, B-Mac, the conversation here has been, since you've addressed so much on defense in free agency, are the Titans ready for Jeremiah Love with the 4th overall pick? From your perspective, do the Titans make sense for the all-world running back out of Notre Dame, Jeremiah Love at number 4?
Yeah, no question.
Yeah.
No question. And you know what? I think, and I'm just throwing out my opinion,
Sure.
Will, Ramon, but it feels like the Titans are already telling us what they're going to do based on what they've done in free agency. Look at all the defensive moves they made. Like, really, really. I mean, every level they made additions to some degree. So it's almost like now when you factor in having a second-year quarterback, add players that can help your second-year quarterback live up to the billing. And Jeremiah Love is the best offensive player, skill player in this draft. He's not just a running back. He's an offensive weapon. He is, and I said this during, I think it could have been October, late October, early November. He is Jahmyr Gibbs 2.0. He has that same-ish to him. The cuts, the vision, the contact balance, the explosiveness, the speed, the big play ability, but he's bigger than Jahmyr Gibbs. He's bigger. So now, if you look at how Detroit, when they drafted Jahmyr Gibbs years ago, and how they implemented him into the offense, you can kind of do the same thing there in Tennessee because Tony Pollard had a really, really good – I like how Tony Pollard finished the year, right? So if you draft Jeremiah Love at 4, you don't necessarily got to make him day one starter right now because now we're living in an NFL world where every team has a two-back system. That's just the common theme now. It's not how it used to be in the early 90s where it was just a one-guy, feature guy, and you only come out when you're either tired or injured. Now it's a two-back system, and you're bringing in a guy that can make defenses change how they attack you because he's an offensive weapon. He's not just a running back. But that would be my mindset, man, because second-year quarterbacks that's a pivotal year. Look at what Drake May did in year 2.
That's true.
But they added arsenal around Drake May. If you want to get the best out of your second-year quarterback, give him the best offensive weapon in the draft, who is Jeremiah Love.
B-Mac, when you look at the corners in this draft specifically, the name that's of local interest here that's so interesting near the top is Jermod McCoy. And we would have loved to have him on that Tennessee defense this year as well and could have had a pretty big impact on a defense that really wasn't very good. How does Jermod McCoy stack up for you against some of the other good corners in this draft, and what do you like the most about him?
All right, for me, I got to see Jermon run and show that he's healthy.
Yeah. Right.
That's what I got to see. He's a full year removed from the ACL injury he sustained, I think, in early January 2025. I was there at the Combine. I got a chance to see him up close and personal. He spoke with our guys at CBS. He said he's waiting to pro day. I really wanted to see him perform at Indy because I think that's the only concern any exec has or fans, that they're fans of McCoy. Is he finally fully healthy? Are there any limitations? So we have to wait. I don't know exactly, Ramon, when Tennessee's pro day is, and I don't know if he's slated to do anything during their pro day or have a private workout, but I need to see him show that he's healthy. I need to see him run his 40, go through his drills, because we haven't seen him do anything. The thing that I love about McCoy, even though he didn't participate in 2025, his 2024 tape is hotter than any other cornerback. He's a guy that he will take Wilson, which is the football, away. He has really, really good ball skills. He's a scrappy player. He doesn't mind competing. And if you really want to get a good understanding on who Jamon McCoy is, go back, and I don't want to bring this up, Ramon, because it didn't end, well for you Tennessee guys as you wanted to, but that playoff game against Ohio State when he followed Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah.
He followed Jeremiah Smith. He competed against Jeremiah Smith. He did not detour any opportunity to be in his grill. And Jeremiah made some plays, and Jamon made plays as well. But that's high-level competition. That's what he's going to see in the NFL side of things. So that's where I'm at with him. If he's healthy, and I don't need to see him run a 4.3, 4.2 40. No, I just need to see him really run a good time because he plays fast. That's it. But that's my only concern with him. I want to see him get out on the grass, pedal, go through the drills, showcase that he still has the athleticism. There's no limitations, and the rest is history.
Man, there's a guy also, imagine if you had all of them on top of Ricky Gibson, who transferred to Texas A&M in this world at UT as well. But Colton Hood, man, Mac, I fell in love with him at the Syracuse game. He plays with a tenacity. He talks like Troy with a high-pitched voice, Troy Polamalu. Yep. But what have you seen on his tape, man? Like, he turned down nothing this year and projected from a transfer to Colorado to be a first-round pick now.
Yeah, man, I had opportunity to talk to Colton one-on-one at the Combine. I did an interview with him. I didn't know he was such a great baseball player. Yeah. Man, Colton told me he batted almost 500 or something like that in high school. Yeah. I was like, what the freak? But he's a talented player. But to your point, yeah, man, you know what? Because of the injury to Jamon McCoy, all the attention went to Colton, and he loved it. He embraced that opportunity. He reminds me a lot of Jalen Johnson. The cornerback from Chicago. He is very, very, very smart at the point of attack. At the line of scrimmage, he's a press guy. That's what he want to do. That's his comfort zone. He wants to get up in your grill and play bump and run, and he doesn't mind doing that for 4 quarters. You talked about Syracuse. Yes, that was his coming out party. That was his coming out party, man. I think that game was in Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken.
It was.
But he played bump and run. It felt like for every rep. And he was always in the pocket of whoever it was he was covering. And he running that 4.4 really surprised a lot of naysayers because many people thought he was fast enough. They didn't know he was 4.4 fast. So, yes, he's gained a lot of leverage, and potentially we could see 2 Tennessee cornerbacks go in the first round for sure.
Mac, and just from a NFL perspective, man, we had a light conversation just looking at the moves that teams are making. Denver trade, of course, for Jalen Waddle. And I think personally, number one team on the AFC side. Kansas City's got Patrick Mahomes with an ACL coming back. They're reshifting a lot of things, trying to figure themselves out as well, Mac. In your opinion, in my opinion, I feel like the NFC is just front-running big time right now. And it's Denver and everybody else, because right now Lamar hadn't done it, Josh Allen hadn't done it. I don't know if we ever gonna get it from Joe Burrow in Cincinnati. And you know what I'm saying, the defense that Houston has is monstrous. But what do you see? Why is there such a big, I feel like, gap between the AFC and NFC at this point?
Well, the thing about the AFC, you talked about Denver. You're not wrong for feeling so high on Denver, especially adding Jalen Waddle, because they're the best balanced team in the AFC. Their defense is high level. And I know they lost a few players, but they're still going to be a great pressuring team, and they have great guys in the secondary, and they tackle well as also. They don't have a lot of missed tackles. And their offense is not on the level as their defense, but they're not that far behind. And with year 3 for Bo Nix, and now you add a big-time speedster in Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle provides an element they've never had the last 2 years there with Bo Nix as the quarterback. He provides the element of fear because of his speed. And you know Sean Payton, he can cook up some really, really good offensive strategies when you give him guys like Jalen Waddle. And you get a healthy J.K. Dobbins back. Remember when J.K. Dobbins went out, the element of running was an issue for them. You know, RJ tried to give them that type of impact, but it was hard. And also, too, man, they missed their quarterback in the AFC Championship game, and they still battled the Patriots. So, yes, you should feel that way, and I feel the same way. I think in terms of the NFC compared to the AFC, there's a lot more knowns with the NFC. Mm-hmm. You know what you're going to get with Sean McVay and the Rams. Now you know what you're going to get with Mike McDonald and the Seattle Seahawks. Even though they lost a lot of players, the infrastructure he's built there is going to be sturdy enough to withstand any windstorm. You know what you're going to get with Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers, only if they're healthy. Right. And even though they wasn't healthy last year, they still was a very, very competitive team. And get this, listeners, I just highlighted one division. That was only one division I highlighted in the NFC West. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I ain't even go to the likes of the Philadelphia Eagles. And what happens if Dallas finally gets a serviceable defense? Mm-hmm. Because of their offense with Dak Prescott and George Pickens and the crew, you know what you're going to get. So I think you have more knowns. Oh, and you know what? I'm sorry, listeners, because the NFC is so deep. I hadn't even got to the NFC North, the old black and blue division. Right. There's a lot of knowns in the NFC compared to not knowns, uncertainties in the AFC. Like you said, Joe Burrow, will they ever figure it out defensively? Probably not. I don't know. Lamar, did they do enough to help Lamar? Josh Allen, can he just get over the hurdle? A lot of question marks. But in the NFC, man, that's a Scantron test that you have the answers to.
Brian
Y'all remember
McFadden.
them Scantron tests, bro? Y'all remember them
Yes.
Scantron tests?
Absolutely.
So you've mentioned
show up to the
Wilson
test and forget to buy the Scantron too. It's like, oh crap! Now I got 20 minutes less to do the test.
I used to hate. I walk in class, man. I got a whole Scantron on my desk. Now I don't want to take all this. It's 100 questions, man.
I know.
How you do it?
You are absolutely right. You are unlocking a memory I'd not thought of in a long time. Absolutely.
Brian
McFadden, our guest. Always great stuff with VMAC, CBS Sports, former Pittsburgh Steeler. Appreciate the time, VMAC. Thanks so much.
Hey, real quick. Hey, y'all got any intel on the new jerseys, man? I know I'm a Steeler, but boy, I wouldn't mind having a Tennessee Titan hat, man. That baby blue. Ooh, they did their thing. Great job, Tennessee, in not messing it up. Yeah. Great job in not messing it up.
There it is. That's an outsider saying that as well, Matt.
Absolutely.
I feel like everybody is on the same page with it. They didn't miss with this one.
They didn't mess it up, man. Great job by the organization. That's the first sign that things are trending in the right direction. Great job.
I love it.
Just send that to the front office over there, Matt.
Thank you, B-Mac. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Brian McFadden with us this morning.
It's good stuff by Matt.
Vote of confidence in the new Titan look.
I forgot the Wilson conversation. We're trying to get to Wilson.
He's trying to take Wilson, and that is the football.
The football.
Yeah, he dropped some good ones there.
He dropped some gems today, man.
He dropped some real good ones. Coming up, Nashville SC into the quarterfinals of the CONCACAF Champions Cup, but back in action in MLS play tomorrow. We'll tell you what you need to know after this.
This is a different court, Blair.
Same result, Slay.
Okay, Blair. See, that's Tyler Tanner. See, Tyler Tanner's in the house now.
Let's see what you got. Jerry's out, Blair.
Blair, come on. Okay, Blair, just come sit down. Come on, Blair, stop. You're going to get hurt. Blair, get off the court. That's enough.
What's the verdict, Blair? The courtroom is where I play ball.
Boy, Durham, injury law. And that ain't got no rules.
Wrapping up hour number 3 this morning on Ramon and Will. Lots of hoops discussion still to come.
Yeah.
Ron Slay going to stop by in 30 minutes to talk some cricket with us this morning, per his request. Nashville SC, Ramon, taking on Orlando City. I'll have it for you here on the 104.5 The Zone app tomorrow night from Geodis Park. 5:15. The kick, 4:45, when our coverage will begin on the 104.5 The Zone app. You head to the app, you go to the Nashville SC stream. You will get us right there. You also have the ability with an Apple TV subscription to go on Apple TV, go to languages, hit home audio, and you'll get me on the call just perfectly synced up with the TV.
That's all.
Hit one press of a button. Taking on an Orlando City team, Ramon, that is looking to avoid its worst start in club history.
Good.
We tell you about it here in our 90 in 90. So Nashville SC takes on Orlando City, unbeaten in 8 to start the 2026 season for the first time in club history. And Orlando City will not have many of the same names that you may have remembered coming to town previously. There is a long list of players who don't play for them anymore. Alex Freeman, MLS Young Player of the Year last year, he's gone to Spain. Pedro Galese, El Pulpo, how he is known, the Peruvian goalkeeper, 201 appearances for the club, he doesn't play there anymore. Cesar Araujo, 115 games in the midfield, doesn't play there anymore. Rodrigo Schlegel not in the team. Luis Muriel not in the team. Nico Rodriguez was loaned out after one MLS season. Orlando has had 4 different midfield pairings this year in their 4 MLS games. They allowed 11 goals in their first 3 matches of the season, which included red cards against Inter Miami and also against New York City FC. They had never allowed that many goals in 5 matches. They allowed that in 3 matches. Meanwhile, Nashville SC, top of the Eastern Conference on points, along with NYCFC. They had 5 players make their first MLS starts last Saturday as they rotated the lineup a little bit with games against Inter Miami in both of the last 2 midweeks. NSC has played 23 of its 27 players on the roster already this season, and they're only 8 matches into the new season. Looking forward to seeing what exactly BJ Callahan has cooked up, how rested the lineup could be, or if you go first strength, knowing that there's no game next week with the international break coming up and the U.S. men's national team taking the pitch across the U.S. as well. NSC, second most big chances created in the Eastern Conference this season. The boys in gold have scored 8 goals. That is 4th most in the league, taking on the league's worst defense this weekend. There you go.
Beautiful.
It's your 90 and 90. I went a little over 90 seconds there, but we had stoppage time.
Well, we got extra time in soccer anyway, so we're all good.
Yes, we do.
You mentioned in Nashville SC not playing next week as well. So do you coach? Do you find new ways to try to create offense or defense this type of game Saturday?
I think it's an interesting question to see how they manage the lineup, because if you did have another game next week, I don't know if a game next weekend would really matter. I think the good thing is you don't have a game next Wednesday.
Okay, next Wednesday.
And that is where getting through these 2 legs against Miami, you get a little bit of a deep breath you can take now.
Okay.
So does the added rest that you are able to give your players encourage you as BJ Callahan, the head coach, to put guys back out there tomorrow who started on Wednesday night in Fort Lauderdale? I don't know. Interested to see what the lineup looks like. I do think the positive for NSC right now, though, is just how well their lineup played with a lot of changes against the Columbus Crew over the weekend. They had the luxury of still playing the same style with a lot of different names in the team. When you think about Brian Acosta and Eddie Tagsith coming back to the team, who's a fan favorite, Ahmed Kassem, Rubens Passius, Alex Muil, like the level didn't drop. And then you have firepower off the bench to change the game and impact it in a different way in the second half. And Christian Espinoza finds Hani Mukhtar, and that's all you needed to win the game in stoppage time. So I'm not sure how aggressively BJ will attack this from the start. The other thing is Orlando is really banged up, and they already have a lot of changes. I mentioned their roster is kind of in construction, but especially in their back line. Robin Janssen, one of their main center backs, is hurt. David Brecalo is questionable for this game. Iago, their new 20-year-old Brazilian center back, questionable with a lower leg injury. That's 3 first-choice center backs who may or may not be available for this game. So we're talking about young players that do not play very much for Orlando. And even the ones that have played already, Ramon, this season have given up 12 goals, which is worst in MLS.
Jeez.
68 shots have been attempted against Orlando City this year. That is second worst in MLS. It's only in 4 matches.
Yeah, that's not a good look. And on top of that, too, if you're not going, think about going because it's Sam Surge bobblehead night as well.
Yes, it is. Huh. Yes, it is. Sam Surge bobblehead.
What time should me and the gang get there tomorrow?
Kickoff around 5:15. I mean,
okay.
You might be there.
Enjoy yourself. Get some empanadas.
I get there about 4:15, 4:30.
Empanadas still there?
Absolutely there.
Say less. There.
One of the best things they got.
So good.
Can't wait.
You got to get one order chicken, one order beef.
Shout out to Paul Weezy, a.k.a. Paul Mason, and Alley Cat, a.k.a. Allison Warren, who got hooked your boy up with some tickets tomorrow.
There you go.
So looking forward to going, man. Appreciate you guys on that one. I'm geeked about this.
Orlando is also a rival. I would say Orlando is maybe a top 3 rival in Nashville SC history. For a long time, it was number 1.
You looking to beat them down?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I need to do.
I think it's probably number 2 right now behind Miami, considering how much Nashville and Miami have played each other now over 20 times.
Yeah.
But I'd say Orlando, Cincinnati, Atlanta, Miami.
Okay.
Nashville SC's 4 biggest rivals in whatever order you want to put it in, but Orlando is right up there. Got a chance to get them at a good time right now before their roster rebuild is kind of finished up.
Well, they can run up to get beat down then. How about that?
Wouldn't hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Would not hate it. 615-737-1045 is our number. What game are you most excited to watch today? There is a clear number 1 most interesting game to watch on day 2 of the first round of the NCAA tournament, and we'll talk about it coming up next.
It's Ramon Foster for Jewel Roofing and Exteriors. Just letting you know about my friends, man. Shout out to Robbie Van Norman, man, who's the owner of it. Local guy, man, here in Tennessee, from Tennessee, cares about Tennessee and care about your house and the roof that covers it as well, man. They are a trusted family-owned Middle Tennessee company that's been serving from Clarksville to Murfreesboro for over 25 years. Yes, from the top of Middle Tennessee to the bottom of Middle Tennessee, they have you covered. But they stand out by building relationships and earning trust through referrals, never through high-pressure tactics, the door knocking or storm chasing. Man, we just had a storm, and if you probably look around your neighborhood, there's probably posters up. If you need a new roof, call this number. Hey, if you got roof damage, call this number. Absolutely not. Don't do it. I'm telling you right now, you got to go to jewelroofing.com, man, to get in touch with my guys over there. They're good. They've done work on my roof before, as I mentioned to you guys previously. Good work. And the thing is, they stand by everything they do. And the better part of it is they're local. If you got an issue, you can go see them. You can talk to them. They can't run from you like the out-of-town companies do. Again, call them, 615-868-9999, or visit the website at jewelroofing.com. That's Jewel Roofing with 2 L's.com.
9:03, good morning, live from the Circus Sports at the Mint Kentucky Downs studio. I'm Justin Hawkins. The round of 64 in the NCAA Tournament tipped off yesterday did not disappoint. In the South region, 5-seed Vanderbilt rallied from an early deficit to beat 12-seeded McNeese. 78-68, led by Tyler Tanner's 26 points. It is Vanderbilt's first tournament win since 2012. The upset of the day came in the West region's 12-5 matchup, as High Point upset Wisconsin 83-82. And then another upset came later in the night as 11-seed VCU in the South region erased a 19-point deficit to beat 6-seed North Carolina 82-78 in overtime. Another full slate of games coming up today in the first round with coverage starting at 11 a.m. right here on 104.5 The Zone, courtesy of Westwood One. 15-seed TSU, who's in the tournament for the first time in 30 years, they take on 2-seed Iowa State at 1:50 in St. Louis on CBS. And then 6-seed Tennessee takes on 11-seeded Miami of Ohio with tip-off at 3:25 Central in Philadelphia. Vol Networks coverage with Mike Keith, Chris Lofton starts at 3 right here on 104.5 The Zone. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you got to go to USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Fourth and final hour of the show, getting started on your Friday morning. Good morning. Welcome in. If you slept in, you're lucky. After day one of 12 hours of hoops, the best part is we get to do it all again today.
Mm-hmm.
He's Ramon Foster. Justin Hawkins makes the show happen. I'm Will Bowling. Follow us on Twitter at Ramon and Will. At the top of the bracket pool so far, Justin Hawkins, right there. In the official Ramon Will group, you're tied for first with someone who picked Duke to win it all. 112 people. We got a good little group together.
Good stuff right there. It was a real good group. Appreciate all the participants, man. I know as a show we don't take that lightly, so we just want to say it anyway.
I did see that on ESPN.com. They have all these celebrity brackets, and there's a man by the name of Ron Slay there, who had 130 points yesterday, who's in the 96th percentile.
Get out of here. Does he really?
You should have taken some advice from me.
I love this banter.
Please don't start our visit with Slay that way.
Now, there's another way we're going to start today.
Yeah, yes, he got him a nice little drop.
We have an introduction for Slay.
Yeah, we do. Everybody got to have their theme music. Man,
I just want them to know that we like basketball.
We do. No. We love basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ranked 30th in the group right now in hours. I'm not okay with this.
I think I'm 86th, so
Are
lucky
you. Oh, yeah. Lucky me. I'll take a dub.
Not a great first day. There is one game today, Ramon, that if you have no rooting interest, we kind of do in this game. If you have no rooting interest in this game, it's going to be the most fun to watch today.
If I have no rooting interest in this game.
But you kind of do. Because since breakfast this morning, you became a Santa Clara fan.
I did.
Santa Clara, Kentucky, 11:15. Started the day off hot in St. Louis at the Enterprise Center. 38th in KenPom, Santa Clara, against 28th ranked Kentucky in KenPom. KenPom gives Santa Clara a 44% chance to win this game and projects Kentucky to win by 2. 81-79. How much pressure is on Mark Pope and his $22 million roster today?
A ton, especially if that number right there is real or even close to it. You know, at $22 million, with how you have to ask for that money and the lying that you have to do to get commits on campus, like, you got to deliver. And that's where I was asking a question to Richard Hendricks yesterday about, like, where's the ROI? Where's the return on, like, the money well spent? And clearly is not. If they got a $22 million roster and Kentucky's a 7th seed, they're supposed to be top 3 seeds across the board. And the fact that Santa Clara is that close to them as far as KenPom is concerned is problematic for him. I don't know what his destiny is as far as Mark Pope goes, but it's always this with hiring things that you're used to, or let's go back to the old ways of doing stuff. He was brought in because he was pure blue. He's Kentucky through and through, And sometimes it's cute on paper, but these people have to also work for it as well. And I'm not saying you look outside the box too far, but I think it stings a little bit more when it's one of your own that's not cutting it the way you want him to. And right now, he's not cutting it the way you need him to.
Emmett asks on YouTube, who's in worse trouble, Hubert Davis or Mark Pope?
I think Mark Pope. Pope is closer to it.
Hubert Davis has the Final Four.
Exactly.
I don't think Hubert Davis is in that much trouble right now.
He's going to be questioned on his decision making, and he also lost a crucial player too.
Yeah, we had somebody tweet at us this morning of like, that's crazy saying Hubert should be fired. I don't think anybody's saying he should be fired. Said keep your powder dry about Hubert Davis. Very bad loss, but saying he has to go is crazy. I don't think any of us said he has to go.
No.
I think it's time to have some probably pretty tough conversations at UNC about why things didn't work out and why you were so vulnerable when one player got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, no, he didn't have to go.
The unique part about today's schedule, though, Will, we got something in every slot. So if you want to hate watch Kentucky, Santa Clara, you got that. You also have 2 Tennessee State and Iowa State at 1:50 today as well.
That's
if
right.
You want to watch that one. You can hate watch Alabama and Hofstra, and then the Vols come on too. At 3:25 Central against Miami. A game that's not of interest at all to me, but I'm very much going to pay attention to it closely, is Villanova, Utah State. I don't know why this one pops off the page to me.
No, yeah, it's a good matchup.
But that's going to end up being a good one. Today, I hope it hits. I hope it matches. I hope they watched last night and said, we got to do more than what they did today.
You know ball, because that is the number 2 game on Ken Palm's Thrill Score for today.
Is it?
Which ranks the most fun games to watch. Number 1 is Santa Clara, Kentucky. Number 2, Utah State, Villanova. Iowa, Clemson. Projected to be a close one at 5:50 tonight in Tampa as well. Also, if I'm a Miami fan, playing tonight at 9:10 p.m. Central, I am livid about having to play Missouri in St. Louis.
Yeah.
As the higher seed. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's not
crazy.
doing you any kind of favors whatsoever. Miami, though? Are they little Miami or big Miami?
Big Miami.
They're big Miami.
Real Miami. It's Miami of Ohio hate day.
Yeah. No, I'm here for it. It's what this all lines up with. But the Vols today, I'm not uneasy, not even a little bit. It's just that if we defend the perimeter the way we should and they allow us to play physical, and the only reason I'm bringing up the physical side is that's been our calling card, I feel like, for the most part, especially with our bigs on the floor. And watching Miami the other night in the play-in game, first 4 in, by the way, Jayhawk, Mr. Number 1 in our group. But
that's how you should always address me.
They played physical. They push. They're chippy. The referees are allowing a lot, and I hope whoever is officiating, they live by the same rules as they did yesterday. Don't switch up. Please don't switch up today. Not when the Vols are playing.
I would agree. Really good offense for Miami of Ohio. They are 3rd in 2-point field goal percentage in college basketball this year. Don't have a lot of their shots blocked either. I mean, they are really good at spacing the floor and spreading you out and making you win your one-on-one matchups.
Facts.
I just tend to believe that Tennessee is going to be able to win those one-on-one matchups and not allow them to get in the lane. If they shoot the way they did the other night, all bets are off.
Right.
Right. They have not seen a team of Tennessee's size or length on the perimeter, and the way Tennessee guards the perimeter is very significant in this game. I think it's a really interesting contrast of styles. What I do like probably the most about this matchup is just Miami of Ohio's inability to block shots. They're not going to have that same level of rim protection you've seen in the SEC, and I feel like if you are able to impose your will inside in this game with J.P. Estrella, Felix Okpara. Honestly, Ramon, I think this can be a Jalen Carey game.
Yeah.
He struggles against longer bigs that can block his shots after he gets misses. And when bigs force him to go up and over them, he puts it too strong off the glass, then it's off the rim and it's rebounded by the other team or rebounded by him. Then he gets fouled, then he's got to shoot free throws, which you never want with Jalen Carey. But it feels like, to me, a game like this where the big men are his size and he's going to be bigger and more physical. Like, if their ability to match Jalen Carey's physicality tells me everything.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're going to be able to do that. I think it can really be a good Jalen Carey game.
One other part you brought up, too, is that can be counterproductive to them is the guard's protection of the ball. You mentioned that earlier, like they just get loose with it from time to time.
And they just throw it away, right?
If Miami is as scrappy as they were the other day, then that's going to be an issue.
For sure.
They have to protect the basketball today, man.
No doubt about it. And a lot of times those have been unforced errors. Like you're just throwing the ball out of bounds. Silly. Just throwing it away.
Or like a tick too late throwing it into the paint when they're supposed to. Like it's a little bit of all things, and they got to come together quick. As we talked about this before the season tipped off for them. Mm-hmm. As much talent as this roster have, they should be winning better than they do at times.
Yep. Coming up, as seen on ESPN, as heard on 3HL, Ron Slade joins us next. Ramon Will at 104.5 The Zone continues in hour number 4. Ramon Foster, Will Bowling, Justin Hawkins, day 2 of the first round of the NCAA Tournament. The SEC is 5-1 heading into day 2.
Who's the one?
Georgia. Losing to the Billikens of St. Louis. Shame on you.
I just wanted you to say it.
Shame on you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you knew exactly what was going on.
I knew exactly who it was. It's a football school. That's who that was. What's crazy is Savage has probably just got us on, like, detention right now. After all the football we've talked about all week long, and now we get a real opportunity to enjoy and embrace what March Madness and basketball and close to NBA playoffs is all about. You know what I'm saying? He's taking away from his time. He's taking away from his time by putting us into detention right now. I hope he comes in here with a cricket shirt on.
So if you've not heard this week, every time we have talked football or baseball or soccer or whatever it's been before we've gotten to basketball, it came to a breaking point on Wednesday when our very good friend Ron Slay put in the F&M Bank chat, I'm just going to start talking cricket now and start talking about things that y'all don't even care about. We're not talking basketball when I'm on with you guys Friday at 9:20, which is now. And he may or may not have said that he had bought a cricket jersey. I don't know if he's going to show up in the cricket jersey today. He's not here yet. So we are anxiously awaiting his arrival, and I'm fascinated to see how much basketball we can work into this next segment.
We got to talk basketball today. We got to get Tennessee State in today.
That's exactly right.
We got to get the Vols in today. And I'm into, like, the cricket talk, too, because I'm fascinated they can play 24 hours or more of cricket in one setting. Like, they don't stop.
What?
Isn't it cricket? I'm more than sure that's cricket. Yes.
24 hours straight of cricket?
24 hours straight. There are games that do not stop. It ain't even a festival. It's just how the game goes. Like, oh, yeah, they serious. Well, 24 hours. Yeah. 18 hours at a time. And they are serious about it. It's nonstop. Yeah.
Okay.
See, that's the thing. If he was in here right now, he could tell us and inform us of those things. And I know he up. Because I'm in another group chat with him, and he's responded to it numerous times. He probably sitting in the parking lot right now, okay, just chilling, just how he does. And you know what I want to talk about right now, Will? I want to talk about football.
Do you?
I kind of want to talk about football.
What do you want to talk about football?
I want to talk about B-Mac's segment that he had with us, which is friggin' phenomenal. He did bring up a good point, though, as well, until we wait till our guy Savage to get in here. He mentioned, I asked him a question about the NFC, AFC. He was right. We know more about the NFC.
We do.
We got still strong questions about not Lamar Jackson per se, because he's a phenom himself. But we have questions about Josh Allen. Can he get over the hump? Is he this era's Dan Marino? Is Joe Burrow even going to get into the same conversation with Phillip Rivers, if we've been honest with you? Like, those are the trends to me that are going that way. Now, I know Joe has been hurt and Cincinnati's, I guess, has been franchise malpractice when it comes down to protecting them. But that is a very interesting take on what or how the AFC has allowed Denver to kind of take over at this point.
But I think, too, I like the point he made about there not really being an offense in the AFC South that you fear.
Yeah.
And so with the defense the Titans have already built, do you already feel good about the neighborhood you're living in as a team in slowing down some offenses that are not overly dynamic? Now, a lot of that is also based off of Indianapolis having a not healthy Daniel Jones.
That's
because
true.
When he was healthy, that was an extremely dynamic offense.
But they've also lost Michael Pittman Jr.
They have. And we'll see who else they add in the draft as well. Entering the building, he is the one and only Ron Slay of ESPN, 3HL, SEC Network, Pearl Cone, Oak Hill Academy Hall of Famer. We do have something for Slay this morning as soon as he gets his headphones plugged in.
That
and on.
You
Got
like that?
The nice UT baseball jersey on.
He does.
I like it.
Baseball jersey during basketball season. Don't matter.
Here he
Don't
goes.
matter at all.
It's all the same.
It's all the same. It's orange.
Absolutely right.
Championship we don't want.
I heard you repping big time on ESPN, the Vols.
I mean, Savage, you got to do what you're supposed to do.
You got to. We can't. That's why. You know what I mean. I'll be trying to figure out what y'all doing.
We can't play
what y'all supposed to do.
We got an intro for you. We can't play it till your headphones hop on. It wasn't me that messed them up. I did Buck's show the other day, and those are perfectly fine.
What kind of food?
And from Nashville, Tennessee, it's
6'6".
at power forward, Ron Slade.
Shout out to all the tweakers.
We're playing basketball.
Oh, I'm tripping.
Basketball.
That's how hot it is.
Basketball.
Big Slade, baby.
An NCAA tournament visit with Ron Slade.
What would make y'all think I like that? What would make y'all think that? Like I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, that's it. That ain't it. No, I'm 6'6" in there. You know what I mean?
That's how you know I wasn't
in the background.
involved.
Y'all been in the background screaming basketball like that's all cute and stuff. See, that's the problem. Y'all keep trying to make a mockery of our sport. I felt like that was a mockery. That was a mockery.
We ain't even
That was a mockery.
What?
That's what I felt.
Slade, that was all you, though.
No, that wasn't all them damn
all
me.
Those a lot of those cuts in there
I never said
you?
no damn 6'6". I ain't never said that.
But a lot of those cuts in there were
see,
you.
that's what I'm saying. Now you just switched to a lot. See what I'm saying? You went from all of that to a lot. Now it'll be a little in just a minute. Now, see, but that's okay. So I'm here anyway. You know what I mean? To talk about football and cricket anyway. So I'm y'all saw my what's my bracket? You know what I mean? I ain't out here playing around.
You
so
not.
I'm just saying that first and foremost. But the other part is I'm here to only talk about cricket, man. So what's y'all questions on?
Bird is even in on this. Talking about they playing in your face.
They
in
are
all
Bert.
caps. Don't
They
let
are
them
Bert.
play in your
They are
face,
Bert.
Slade.
They are Bert.
Stop trying to be his best brother, man.
That's my brother of March every year. That's my brother of March. You know what I mean? What I feel like y'all doing is y'all behind me tapping me on my shoulder, and I turn around and y'all not there. And then y'all go to the other shoulder, tap me on my shoulder. I look over there, y'all not there, and then y'all back giggling and sniggling at each other, you know what I mean? Pointing at them and like, you know what I mean? We used to have a game called the FOP game. FOP game is when you just get smacked in the back of the neck. So you used to never not want to be the one in the very back of the van or bus on AAU trips and stuff like that.
We did that nice
because you get popped in the neck like you have a red neck, you know what I mean? Until you just really probably ready to stand up and fight.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to go and defend yourself.
Yeah.
If you don't, that neck's just going to be red, you know what I mean? But I do got to say, man, I don't appreciate that, Hawk. You know what I mean? And a cricket field,
love you too.
Let me give y'all a definition of what it is. It's the large, typically oval-shaped grass area where cricket is played. That's first and foremost. That's the central rectangular dirt strip.
What are you reading over there?
Where the bowler bowls to the batter. It is known as the pitch.
You didn't already know?
While the entire playing field is often called a ground or an oval. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to inform y'all, catch everybody up out there, our good listeners. Be patient.
I'm talking about the hardwood.
Be patient.
Hey, Slay, I got a question for you.
Be patient. Cricket field ground, the overall playing area, including the outfield and the infield. Now, I understand the pitch, the 22-yard long strip, is right there in the center.
Okay.
You know, and a common term used because many fields have an elongated, rounded shape. It's called an oval.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's if you went to school, you know, a lot of y'all didn't. But you know what I mean? Now, the infield, that area right there is inside the 30-yard circle and the area beyond it, respectively. You know what I mean? Now, the square is a lot of little shapes and stuff that you got to go through.
It sounds foreign to you.
Yeah, it is. I'm trying to explain this to y'all to catch y'all up. This ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm trying to get y'all perfect analysis so when we talking it, I ain't got to go back and be like, all right, remember I was telling y'all about the pitch and all that. See, the same way Will Lee break down Geodis, what's going on over there at Geodis.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now we ain't got to catch us up because Will done gave us enough information where we like, you know what? Will Lee did a great job.
I just told them they play 24-hour matches over there.
It's not about you. The prepared area in the middle of the ground that contains the pitch is called the square, everybody. You know, so my jersey was late. That's the only reason it won't be here till later today. You know what I mean? Because the big boy sizes that we wear, you know what I mean? The other one could have been there yesterday. Yeah. I have an India jersey, and it will be here later today. The next opportunity I have to talk to y'all during March Cricket Madness would be on next Friday. And I will have my jersey on, and I will be repping it hard. It's like a turquoise color. You know what I mean?
Nice. With your eyes.
Yeah,
That's
you
cool.
feel me?
Real
You know what I mean?
good with your eyes.
See, Savage is still thinking it's about him. That's the craziest part about all of this. Like, that's his problem.
I'm
He
trying to
never
sit here
gets
and
it.
be a good active listener.
Yeah, see, Will, and I appreciate that out of you. So if you know what, Will, if there's anything you want to ask me, let's talk.
Oh, awesome. Cool.
Yeah, me
Sounds
and
good.
you can talk about anything, but this brother to my left, nah, see, because he think everything's a game. He like dress up on Fridays, put on nice clothes, put his watches on
Fresh
and
Friday,
all that stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
right.
like, you know what I mean? Like and then the little dude back there behind the glass he should be put in one of them little parrot cages. I think he fits better in one of them little parrot cages
Hawk
because
cage.
yeah, I like parrot.
Okay, all right, cool. Parrot cage.
I want to disrespect him, like, see, you know what I mean, the little weird little noises and stuff like that. That's what you get out of parrot
better than
cages.
yours.
They just keep on barking and barking until you take them out of their misery. But
That's what I'm gonna do today.
We'll leave. What would you like to talk
So
about?
what I want to talk about with you is, does Tennessee go small today with Nate Ament at the 4 to counteract Miami of Ohio's Princeton-style offense and backdoor cuts they were running the other night?
You know what? We talked about this early in the year, and they experimented with it a little bit early in the year, never kind of went back to it with Barnes. But I also think that you're adapting to their style if you do that. Right. You know what I'm saying? I understand the defensive end, but I believe we have guys that they got the length to get out there and carry contest those shooters. You know what I mean? Before they get it in the pocket and ready to release. But at the same time, they got the length if you get beat back door to be able to help. I think when you go smaller, you're asking for more energy. You're also taking away what your strength is. Your strength is offensive rebounding and pounding the boards and pounding the rock inside. But if you can't do that if you're small out there. So you're now asking Nate Ament to go play the role that a J.P. Estrella would play. You know what I mean? Even with Felix Okpara out there or Jalen Carey or Dwayne Brown, what they do to congest the paint, you can't necessarily get the same out of what you're going to get with Nate Ament at the 4. So you're also asking a guy like Amari Allen. Abram. Keep on doing that, yeah.
Evans.
Amari Evans. Yeah, I was a lot of them. Amari Evans, you're asking him to go down there and rebound, like, from the 4 spot. You know what I mean? Like, and then you're also risking a guy like Nate to be in an unnatural position where he's grown in the 3. So I think it's cool to throw it at him, but, man, this is one of them things, man, when you get in a fight, just because you're going up against a certain opponent, don't mean if you got a style of Mike Tyson, don't come out and not start punching like Mike Tyson. Now, I don't want to see Mike Tyson get in the ring and start doing the Mayweather shoulder roll and all that. It's like, what? Come on, man. That's not Mike. We want to see the blueprint that you came in with. Just do it at a high clip. You know what I mean? Like, you don't got to disguise anything. Y'all lead the country in offensive rebounding. Go play like it. Put the ball back in the hole. Like you said just a minute ago, like you don't have a guy down there contesting to block shots. Like it ought to be what we saw, maybe not to this extent, but what we saw against South Carolina.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
It blends the same way when you start talking about size and everything. You know what I mean? So I would be I just think you not waving a white flag, but you like, all right, man, they so good. We got to go beat somebody else to beat them. No, you don't. You know what I mean? They make them adjust to you. What if they keep up? This is the tournament. Just like people can get hot, people can go cold. So what about if they missing them shots? You know what I mean? You in there smaller, they getting the offensive rebound, which they're going to do a great job of anyway because all those long threes give long rebounds. So when everybody's around the arc, the long rebound is an advantage for you. So you get to run in and get offensive rebound. You ain't got nobody to contest for real. Nate Ament ain't a real live shot blocker, rim protector. He can, you know what I mean, alter shots, but that ain't all of it. So, yeah, I just say, man, go be you. If you,
I like it.
It's cool.
I like it a lot.
You winning. He want to ask something so bad. What? What, dog? What? I ain't got to look at him, man. What you want to ask, Savage? What's up?
Okay.
What, dog?
Good to go now? Okay. You know I like this.
I know you love this. I know
you know I like this. By the way, I'm not sure if you was up with us this morning, man. Did you hear Howard Gentry Jr. call in today?
No.
Yeah, in the first hour.
So we had a caller call in, Nico. Nico was upset because we weren't talking TSU as much as we do. They play at 150 today.
Stop before you even say anything. Nope.
Nope.
Nope. This station ain't going for that.
Nope.
I didn't hear any of that. Nope.
Yeah.
We ain't going for any of that. We're not going for none of that. None of the shows are going for any of that because, for the simple fact, I've been screaming this since November 1st. When Nolan Smith got hired, we had him on our show.
By the way, Howard Gentry was rolling with us, just so you know.
Okay.
He defended us.
He was.
Okay.
Nico did. No, Howard was rolling.
Oh, okay.
He called in and nipped that in the bud.
Yeah, okay.
He was like, no, y'all doing y'all thing.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Nah, it was dope. I got chills on that call.
Dog, I've given
Mr.
history
Howard
lessons.
Gentry.
Yeah, Mr. Howard Gentry.
Yes.
Well, I've given history lessons on this when not only did we do this with Nolan when he first got hired and had him on the air here at 104.5, we also, when we started when I started this broadcasting thing, was over there doing games, color analyst for TSU, and was cool with putting my job on the line, telling people to get up. A color analyst is not supposed to do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is a ESPN Plus product that's going out streaming, and I'm standing up saying, yeah, come on, get up, crowd. And I had to catch myself like, oh, wait a minute, boy, you ain't no fan. You got a job to do right here. But it was me looking around like, dude, Marcus Fitzgerald, homegrown.
Yes,
Jalen
sir.
Jones, homegrown. Brian Penny Collins, homegrown. Is coaching this staff and playing for this staff and grew up here. And all the what we always hear about TSU is always, where's the support? Where's the support? Where is the support? Is the question that I'm asking. So I'm sitting there as an analyst, and I'm telling people, these people that went on a 10-0 run, and I'm the one that's telling, outside of Marcus Fitzgerald Sr., who's going crazy down on the sideline. But I'm the one telling people to get up.
Yeah.
That's that. So I hear you. The small piece of the representation, but no, go scream to the masses and don't come here and do that. Go scream to the masses. Go get in your papers. Go pick it. Go get out there on the corner. Go do whatever you got to do. Go door to door. Go to car, putting flyers on the cars to get people out there because we've been representing. I don't want to hear any of that. Belmont get the same love. TSU get the same love. Vandy get the same love. Austin P get. If it's one we could give more to, and y'all do a great job of it. We could give Austin P more love, but y'all have a weekly, segment
Football
with
and
Austin P.
basketball.
You know what I mean? Like, it's dog. So that means what I take from that is you not really listening. You're not really listening at all. If you don't know the journey of it, you see the reward in them going to the tournament. Now you want to come out and make noise. That's the easy part. The hard part is, what about when it was down, when it was winning 10 games, 12 games, 17 games, when it was on the brink of trying to win the OVC, but Belmont kept winning it, and then Belmont went and moved into another division and then opened it up. You know what I'm saying? For them to go and take this. What about when Nolan Smith took this team over, and this was Penny's team that was returning outside of Dante Harris that he added? We was already an OVC player of the year there. What we talking about?
Yeah.
Coach of the year, Nolan Smith went and got it. Don't forget the seeds that were planted. So you know what I mean? I get riled up on this one right here, man. And come on, man, we up here talking about Miss Gentry, you know what I mean? The sophisticated ladies, leader and everything, man, aristocrat. We talk about all that. Hey, man, so Nico, I don't know what you talking about. Man, you better go on down to Eddie's.
He went to Bessie on us, man.
Well, come on, man.
And this ain't no attack on him. We were just like, no, we've covered.
Man, covered.
Y'all have had Coach on, Coach Nolan, numerous times.
Since he got hired, Savage.
That's why I told Nico, I was just like, Nico, like on the biggest free agent day, like y'all still kept Nolan on. As a guest.
Over and over and over.
Yeah,
on the road, everything.
I just didn't want that to lose sight of like, we covering everybody from all the way down to MTSU, all the way up to Austin P and Clarksville. We have covered across. The only one we probably ain't touched is Lipscomb.
Maybe Lipscomb. Maybe. But shoot, their coach went to Tribeca went from Tribeca to Lipscomb.
Yeah.
So we have talked about that.
Across the board.
Yeah, man, listen, Nashville get all the love. We know what it is right here. And it's our job to keep you informed. But Nico, call in when the chips is down though. Not when they done pushed them all into the middle of the table. That make it way easier than that right there. Nah,
you
man.
got Darius when you said told that man go to Ed's Fish Town.
Yeah, man. Let's go get in the roots of it. You feel what I'm saying? If that's how you feel, go to the little African. What's the name? What's our little little Jamaican spot.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I forgot the
I know
name
what
of
you're
it.
talking
But
about. Right under the underpass.
Yeah, right under the Let's go over there
underpass.
to Hadley Park and
I
get the
know
little
they've got
Jamaican
good
food, man.
Gentry.
Come on, man, cold-blooded.
It's fire.
Yeah.
Me and Seb's over there getting that cabbage like it's
Come
going
on,
out of
man, that
style.
roster
Hit me with
pasta
it.
and all that, dog. Like, well, come on. Hey, man, we planted in this, man. Cemented in this. Seeds big road in this, man. Big Ron Holland Ben's having billboards talking about see Ron run, man. We ain't got to prove what we talking about, man. This big, hey, man, Big John Mayer. Man, ESPN came out with a basketball thing where you hold the sheet up. All you got to do is go back to my Instagram. I hold the sheet up, man. I'm a UT alum, VFL.
You did.
You know what I mean? And the people that influenced me, Jackie Robinson and Big John Merritt. Go to break.
Enough said. Final segment
We'll be
next.
back. Yeah.
What's up? It's Will Bowling. For over 50 years, Brentwood Jewelry has been proudly serving the Brentwood community with exceptional style and exceptional deals every day. As a family-owned and operated business spanning 3 generations, they're deeply rooted in this community. I'm here to tell you, when you're looking for that big purchase, you're looking for that engagement ring like I was last year, you walk in the doors, you're feeling stressed, they're going to put your mind at ease. The Imamali family makes the process so easy for you. And they're here to help you pop the question. They did that for me. They've done it for so many people. Family owned in Middle Tennessee, 7012 Church Street East, located in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. They've been giving you exceptional style and exceptional deals every day for over 50 years. You can check them out online at BrentwoodJewelry.com, conveniently located right in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road at 7012 Church Street East. Online at BrentwoodJewelry.com. Wrapping up the show on Ramon and Will. Ron Slay is here to wrap up the morning. Ramon Foster, Justin Hawkins. Tennessee today taking on Miami University of Oxford, Ohio. I'm not going to count the Miami of Ohio chickens before they hatch, Slay, but considering we don't have a show before Sunday when Tennessee would probably play Virginia. I want to just get one thought on how Tennessee matches up with Virginia. To me, honestly, I kind of like playing a team similar to your style.
Yeah.
And I really like the fact that Virginia ranks in the 200s in defensive turnover rate.
Yeah.
And that's how you beat Tennessee is you break them down off the bounce and you turn them over. And I don't actually think Virginia is the kind of team that would do that. They're just kind of maybe a little bit better version of what you are as a team. A little bit more consistent, maybe a version of what you've been all season.
Yeah, I can see that. I just, the only thing that scares me with Virginia is they have a 6'9" guy, DeRitter, that plays like a point guard. And we've struggled a bit, you know what I mean, as of late with point guards. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I think, man, you got to go out and be you, and you whatever your advantage is, you kind of use that. And I think rebounding would be an advantage in that matchup. But they got a big fella, man, Big Ugo on the insole, that played at Kentucky, transferred into them. Dude, if he didn't leave, and shout out to our guy KC, man, to the C, Kalechi Anuna, he brought to my attention, like, dog, the all defensive team in the SEC would have been 4 out of 5 Nigerians.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like Chinyelu, Surreal, Onyenso, if he didn't leave, like, he went to the ACC and got Defensive Player of the Year. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's saying something. So they do have that, and he played very spirited and very well in the ACC tournament. So they have a presence down there. You know how to play without fouling. So I do think that would be styles make fights. That would be one of them. Stand in the middle of the Holyfield, Frazier, you know what I mean? I mean, not Holyfield. George Foreman, Frazier, you know what I mean? Ali, Frazier, like, ain't no dancing like Ali. We going to be standing toe-to-toe, and we throwing haymakers. So I thought that would be, I think that would be good. You know what I mean? I do think a guy like Amari Evans is going to be huge in this. And I don't know how you find time for A.J. Abrams, but he's got to be able to get on the floor, dog, especially in a matchup like that, a bigger matchup against guys that are going to play a slower pace like that. So, yeah, man, I got his big pick to beat Virginia. My only hurdle in my bracket is Iowa State.
Which, talk about a better version of you as a team. That they bring it defensively.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've got them in my Final Four.
Dude, I do too. Like, Lipsy is tough, man, as a point guard. Point guards they win tournaments, man, and he is as steady as they come. They got Mamlovich, who can get it done. I think it's Joshua Josephs down low, man, and played like the 3-4. Like, they got some dudes, man, and then they play together. Like you said, it's a better version of Tennessee. So, it's going to be interesting to see how it shake out, though. I don't think this one of the ones, and me and Will from the Ville was talking about it, going into the NCAA tournament, going into the ACC tournament, about Duke. Like, dog, I don't think Duke got it like that, man. No. I think Caden Boozer came on, you know what I mean, to help in that spot, but if Caleb Foster don't get back and is healthy, and then the Gamba down low, it's going to be tough on Duke, man. Them number ones, Michigan and Arizona, in Florida, I can see it would be a shock to see them get upset.
Well, Will said history ain't on Duke's side.
It ain't.
And he won as, what is it, less than single digits?
It was one team that has won, by less than 8 points against the 16 in the first round has still made the Final Four.
Really?
And
Only
3
one.
of the 7 have lost.
I got St. John's beating them anyway.
I do too.
Like, Zuby Ejiofor, man, dude, and Rick Pitino, you know how I get them guards playing in tournaments. So, yeah, but I like Tennessee where they are, man. I just, only thing I ask, excuse me, when you get the offensive rebound, put the ball back inside of the basket.
With 2 hands.
Please. I like that. Like,
2 hands.
Dude, like, it takes so much stress. And then just go 75% from the free throw line. I just please.
Cheeks.
Like that, though.
We cheeks at the stripe.
And when it's not even close when they do those 2 things, I'm cool. I can make it past the turnovers. Just give me 2 of the 3. Either don't turn it over, make the layups.
Get those shots back.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or miss free throws, or don't turn it over, make free throws, and you can miss. No, don't miss no layups. That's a priority. Make your layups.
Yeah.
And crank up Nate earlier. Mike brought this up.
I heard Mike say that.
Yeah, is that fair?
Yeah, I think so. But I think that's Nate. You know what I'm saying? And then also his teammates knowing.
Like it's Dame time.
Yeah, because it ain't a lot of times that Nate's getting the rebound and going. There's a lot of times they outletting it to Gillespie or Bishop Boswell, and they coming on up. So they got to be conscious to say, he up there, pitch to the head. Like, man, I don't want to keep bringing this up, but Zakai did a phenomenal job of this, dog. Like, think about him playing with Dalton, playing with Chaz, playing with all these guys. He would get the ball on the outlet and pitch it up ahead so fast where it creates an advantage for those wing players, and they didn't have nothing. Once he crossed half court, get back, you run offense.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, but that's not the guard you have in Gillespie. Gillespie's I go get mine guard.
He
is.
You know what I mean? So, that's a switch up he got to make next year?
Yeah. If
Barnes, I mean?
Oh, yeah. He got to find somebody to do it.
Okay.
Mr. Boswell can do it. He's seen it done. Just got to be able to put the keys in his hand.
Ron Slay, 3 to 6 on 3HL, and your television sets on ESPN, making us smarter about cricket and hoops.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Will Lee.
Appreciate you.
I did learn today, though.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Zeb.
Send us home, Mr.
Y'all
Foster.
know we do it on Friday, man. To all our people, man. And by the way, Nico, ain't no malice towards you. It's just, hey, we weren't wrong and you weren't wrong either. It just is what it is. But what I will tell y'all, man, going into this weekend, it's going to be beautiful, man. Call your people still. Check in on your folks, man. Have a random conversation with a random body. Buy somebody a drink in one of the bars you watching March Madness in. But at the end of the day, man, we all the same, no matter how much they tell us we different. ELE. Everybody love everybody, man. Peace.